My brother told me he didn't like mayonnaise because he thought it was made out of mustard.
I just don't like mayonnaise.
Literally the same thing.
Like,
He was 26.
I don't like mayonnaise when it's cold, but like if you put some mayonnaise like on a burger that's like hot off a grill
Get
and
the
everything.
fuck out.
I-
Get
I-
out.
fair, not many.
Well, no. Here's my logic. When it's cold, when you warm it up, it changes taste and consistency.
You know, just.
So you're saying cold pussy would be something different?
I don't
Well,
like
yeah,
this-
because she's been dead for a while.
To be fair, a lot of people prefer their white stuff hot.
All right. Well,
I
let's
thought
get
he was
going.
gonna say they're pussy hot. I was like, yeah, probably.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's like cold pussies only if they've been dead a while. Okay,
Yeah,
so hi, welcome to Memento Morons, episode 84. It is Friday, high day, although I don't think any of us are high, but I'm drinking. What's up, motherfuckers? So today we're gonna go down. We got a little extra person. When I say a little extra, I mean a whole lot of extra, man. So I'm gonna start off with him. We got the big man himself, Jase, over there. What's up, bro?
What's going on, buddy?
Chase is a place with the helpful hardware store.
At least it's
I hate
more
you.
catchy than that Whopper, Burger, Whopper. Like, y'all ain't even trying Burger King.
What?
Dude, they're at
Yeah, it's-
BK, have it your way.
Oh yeah.
It's a
so-
song that keeps showing up everywhere and it's retarded. Anyway.
Yeah,
I'm glad
okay,
I
next
didn't sing
we
it.
have a guy who thinks that Burger King commercial is retarded. We got Dalton. Well,
Sorry,
we
you
had
called me like a
Dalton.
mid-yawn. I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Dalton. I got that over the internet.
All right, so we
Good.
got mid-yawn Dalton over there. Then we got the host with the most and where it shouldn't belong. We got Ben Bain there.
What's up, bitches?
It's all in his ass.
It's all
Where
in his ass.
his stomach is starting to look like his ass.
What the fuck? No. God
We
damn.
got the man
up,
himself
Muffin
who
Top.
likes to masturbate with syrup because that's just what they do in Canada. We got Connor Impey there.
Connor CP.
You better wait, dude. We got 4 hours to talk about movies. You better wake up.
Yeah, an hour or two, I'm dipping. I ain't staying that long.
There you go. At least he's positive
I've got
about everything.
nothing to add to this besides movies.
Like you
What's
don't
your
like
favorite
movies.
movies?
There you go. Talk about your favorite movies. Talk about practical effects. Oh, speaking of which, there's me. Now we're gonna go on to the topics. We're talking about movies. In case you didn't figure that out. Well, we're gonna try to talk about movies. We'll also probably talk about a bunch of other random shit. But the topics we do have today on our Into the Mind of a Cinephile. And, you know, if I had a show called To Catch a Cinephile, you know, you just play like Citizen Kane in a park and arrest everyone that shows up to watch it. But anyway, the first one is what makes a great classic movie? Like, what defines a movie to be great or / a classic? Second, we'll talk about greatest of all time directors. Not just my favorites. They don't have to be my favorites. Just ones that you know that you gotta give props to because they're fucking out there. God damn it. The third one will be practical effects versus CGI, which there's kind of a mix of both of that because, like, I think everyone here loves practical effects. I do love CGI, but we're relying on it too much. We need to take a step back.
I'm gonna throw down on that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. And the next one would be method acting. Is it worth it? Because who knows? Some people do it well, some people don't do it well. Jared Leto, we're talking about you.
Yeah, take
And
that,
then-
you terrible actor.
Yeah, for the last one, we will just kind of gush about some of the greatest films ever.
Yeah.
And I only say this because, god damn it, I rewatched Braveheart the other night, and like me and my wife both had a full chest of hair and fucking kilts on and beards after that shit was done. That was so.
Freedom!
Dude, it still holds up, man. That shit was badass. Then we were just like, fuck yeah. Let's go buy
Did you,
kilts.
did you have a working penis after it was all said and done?
She did too. It was great. It was great. All right,
Hey,
so
it makes me, a Scot, very proud to be Scottish.
yeah, and this fucker finally watched Midsommar and he's like, I liked it. Like, yeah, it's Swedish. That's all you talk about.
Yes.
Honestly, I have a lot to talk about with that movie.
Yes,
Like,
but
I
our
wrote-
Ari Aster
I
deep dive.
wrote notes.
That's awesome.
Ari
Because
Aster deep
Seth-
dive.
Seth even wrote notes about Ari Aster short films as well, so he's prepared for when we
Yes.
do that. We just need Connor to watch Beau is Afraid. And Connor, if you don't want to watch Beau is Afraid, can you at least do me a favor and go on YouTube and watch a breakdown of it?
Probably, yeah.
There you
can
go.
understand it.
I mean, the good thing is
don't
those,
have to, it don't have to be 3 hours. It can just be 2.5 hours.
those Cliff Note versions of the videos are like a half hour at most, dude. So
I mean, that's a lot to
At that point, if you really want, just take the other 2.5 hours and watch the whole movie.
Yeah,
It's a ride, dude. But we're not here. I mean, we kind of are. We can bring up Ari Aster, but we are not doing the Ari Aster deep dive yet.
No.
That will have its
that
own
comes later.
segregated spots. So for the first one, let's just kind of discuss what makes a great classic movie. Because I remember one time we were talking about White Chicks, and this other dude's like, dude, that's a classic. I'm like, is it? I like White Chicks. It's a fine movie. I don't think it's a classic. I don't think it's going to sit there next to Jaws, E.T., The Godfather, White Chicks.
Jurassic Park.
Well,
Jurassic Park, right there.
here's the thing
Ben's
though.
first acting role in a million years.
I fucking wish, dude. But no, when they mention White Chicks being a classic movie, they're thinking classic with regards to age, like a classic car, you know, not necessarily talking about that fucking badass 67 fastback Mustang over there, but that 76 rusted ass Pinto, you know,
Well, actually,
fucking piece
I
of
think
bullshit.
it's just the younger generations not understanding what the fuck the word classic even means.
Well,
So-
that's what I'm
kinda
just.
not-
They don't understand English.
Well, that's what I'm fucking talking about. They're talking about age. They're not talking about, you know, substance for the period piece that it might be, you know?
Okay,
Like,
When it comes
one
to the
thing-
age, they're not talking about the content and everything.
We can argue how dumb the new generation is all day, but the one thing that does make a classic movie is easy to digest or something that you have to think about. Like something
Yeah,
that's
I would-
like
I would
Jaws
say-
is easy as hell. Like you understand it. It's a shark
But-
trying to kill people. Great.
It's simple as that. It's kind of a hidden horror movie
Mm-hmm.
because that legit caused terror through a generation of people. Like, I'm not going in the fucking. People were afraid to take baths, man.
People used it as a cinematic PSA for going to the
And
beach.
to be fair, sharks aren't actually that volatile. There have been a few serial killer sharks. There's been one that's killed a lot in California, but who cares? It's Californians. But
Right.
at the end of the day, it's for the most part, sharks are pretty gentle.
You have more of the fear out of dolphins than you do with sharks.
Dolphins will rape you.
They
and
will rape
the
you.
only
They will
episode
also-
I've ever watched of King of the Hill is the one where he gets raped by the dolphin.
Dolphins also will commit suicide as well.
Like I swear, and David made this, heard this joke a while back. There's only one animal that's scarier than Cocaine Bear, and that's Viagra Dolphin.
Yes.
That would be frightening.
What's his location? Just asking for a friend.
I'm thinking,
Incidentally, the actual, like, if you were to say, I don't know why I know so much about dolphin sex, but
I don't
the
know.
fact that if
I'll
you
be
were
honest.
to, like, actually put your penis inside of it, the vacuum would actually rip your dick off of a
what's
female
up, Connor?
I'll be entirely honest, I'm more into Xanax Badger.
Xanax Badger.
Yeah, because
That'd
they're
also
easy
be
to,
frightening.
they're easy to fuck. They're high on Xanax. They're not gonna go very far.
But no, I think Dalton might be a little bit off though with regards to what makes a classic film. Not necessarily easy to digest, but
Yeah, continue.
Name
your
a
thought.
simple classic film that isn't.
hold on a second,
The
dipshit.
Godfather.
I haven't fucking
That's just a
finished a goddamn
An Italian
fucking sentence.
plot. It's an Italian mafia
Ben,
plot.
make your point, damn it.
What?
Oh
Don't-
no! Shut the fuck up!
No, we're not letting
Jesus.
him. He's not gonna get to make his point.
Goddamn! No, it's
So I want to talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Motherfucker! It'll
Get
take a
on with
chainsaw.
it.
It'll take a
Hold on.
chainsaw to take care of your fucking ass. But no, something. It's not necessarily something that's easy to digest, but something that is immersive. Something that essentially engrosses you into the film. You know, Jaws was not all that complicated. However, the atmosphere, the way it was produced, the way it was shot, everything came together beautifully to the point to where you were feeling like some motherfucker was spying on you from that, you know, from the water while you were on that boat, you know?
So we will also come back and talk about the practical effects of him at the other topic.
Do y'all want to hear what
There's
Google
also
says?
practical effects there.
Do y'all want to hear what Google says a classic film is?
All right,
What's
what's up?
Classic films are often universal favorites that hold up after repeated rescreenings. Classics are renowned films of first rank, reference points in film mythology, or films that have become a part of American culture folklore. Which,
Honestly.
staple, Jaws, boom. Eat
Yes!
Jurassic Park for one.
Jurassic. I
obviously.
say Jurassic Park.
it. See, I would
Star
also
Wars
s-
for sure as well.
If
but
a
that's
movie
what I'm saying.
becomes...
it's a culture thing. Like it's
Yeah.
if it's something new that reinvents it and kind of ups the game, it instantly becomes a classic.
If it becomes part of the zeitgeist, then it's a classic.
It's
Even
kinda like,
Star Trek would fit under that.
I would say
Wasn't that
that's more of
technically a TV show? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
They
the
have
TV
movies.
show originally.
I know
They
they
had
have
movies, yeah, but they were based off the TV show. Like, I do know, like,
Yeah.
in the I think it was in the early '90s. Like, a lot of the, you know, quote unquote horror slasher genre was kind of dying out, and then Scream came out and basically kind of
Resurrected.
Is
Well, it-
resurrected a slasher genre.
well, it
essentially.
resurrected it, but it was
it
also
took
kind of it was
Yeah.
kind of a satire on the original, like all the horror slasher tropes, and it, you know, became very popular, and it brought the slasher horror genre back.
Yeah, that's even why they had Drew Barrymore on the cover, because, like, you know, she's a big star. We're gonna bring her in. We're just gonna kill her off immediately, though. So
Yeah,
everyone's like,
no one saw that coming. Everyone's
mean-
like, "Oh, she's gonna be the final girl." No, often less than 5 minutes.
To be fair, Psycho pulled that too. They showed a woman they had as their character, and then 20 minutes in,
That's absolutely.
Yeah,
And
but-
actually,
Drew
she
Barrymore.
she did not take showers after that movie. She would rarely take a shower.
Could
She took
imagine.
strictly baths.
I'd
Mhm.
imagine.
Drew Barrymore is actually related to the guy who played Mr. Potter in It's a Wonderful Life.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
Woody
a classic.
Harrelson's father murdered a judge. It was
That's a
actually
classic
based.
movie.
It was actually based off of. There's a scene in No Country for Old Men where they mentioned someone killing a judge a few years ago, and that was actually based off the real story of Woody Harrelson's father murdering a judge in the street.
That whole thing took place in Texas.
Yeah.
You want it? Okay, say your thing, because I have a sweet little thing about that. Go on.
Can we consider movies classics if they came from books?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If it's a good enough interpretation of the.
Because
If
you
it's
know
a good
many-
enough movie.
You know, how
But
many
then
people
again, it
like
could
me-
be a terrible interpretation, but still be a good movie.
But you know how many people don't fucking read that would rather just watch a movie? You know how
This
many
guy
people?
right there.
You know how
But
many
like there,
how many movies people watch that you don't even realize it was based off of a book?
like a great example of that. I've never seen them, even though I get shit for it. Are like the Harry Potter movies and the Lord of the Ring movies. From what I've been told, both of those. Yes, I know you want to kill me.
What the fuck? Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings. You don't even
That's
have to
literally
watch
where
the
D&D
movies.
came from.
You don't even have to watch Harry Potter, although those are great. Lord of the Rings. Just watch 3 extended cuts, man. They're so fucking good. Every time you put them
Yeah,
on, you just go
you
back
do.
to the Shire, and you're like,
But yeah, it's like
Eyes and God.
that was like something for Connor. It's like those were based off books, and they turned out to be amazing movies. Great.
absolutely, man.
I mean, Dune also is based off of books.
That's
Yes.
right. Doom was based off a book.
Yes,
Which
but
there actually is a story behind the original Doom movie that was trying to be made because
it was what's his name? Jarodowski.
I can't
He
remember
tried-
the guy.
he
I just
tried-
know they
David
wanted
David
Yes.
Lynch made the original.
they wanted to do
Dune.
so much with it, but because of like backlash and producers being buttholes, like he didn't get to do the whole thing. And usually, if people try to talk to him about it, literally David's just like, I don't want to.
Dude, there's
Don't
like
ask me about
7 books, man.
Like,
It's
there's
so-
a lot of things. Like I don't know how much stuff is left out of the Lord of the Rings.
Percy
novels.
Jackson, for example, that's a good series of books, but the movies turn out to be giant
When I
suckholes.
hear the word Percy Jackson, I picture a black Harlem Globetrotter.
But like,
Yeah.
there's
The
a lot
name's
of,
supposed to be kind of a pun off of the character from mythology, Perseus.
but I know like when they make movies based off books or something, there's so much that's cut out, and there's a lot of context missing because there's
kinda
only
have
so
to,
much.
though.
You have to make
always-
sacrifices.
You do always run into those people. It's like, well, the book was better. Whether that's the
Well,
case
no
or
shit,
not,
the book was
we don't-
better.
Well, whether it's the case or not, we don't want you to tell us every 5 minutes. Just shut the fuck up. Annihilation was scary. I don't care if the book was better.
Dude,
bear
Annihilation
scene-
was great.
The bear scene will haunt me until I die.
I think the scene that haunted me the most from that was when they're watching the camera footage from
Oh,
the
yeah.
soldiers and they cut
The
his stomach
intestines.
open and his intestines are spinning around inside of him.
Hey,
I love that. That was such a trip of a movie,
What-
man.
Which one was Annihilation?
It was the one
there's,
with
there's this like rift that happens in the world and everyone that goes there never comes back. But what it does,
that the one-
it's stuff tries to start assimilating with us and try to recreate us.
Isn't that the one where like this woman gets merged with a bear?
yes.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
the
I've
scene
seen,
I'm talking. That's the scene I'm talking about because a girl hears her friend saying, "Help me!" She's like, "Oh my gosh, she's still alive!" She runs out there. Bear walks in, half of its face just bone, and when it like roars, you hear like a
You hear her
like
scream.
a distorted roar. And you
Yeah,
hear her go, "Help me!" And I'm just like,
Edward.
Yeah,
Oh.
I saw that, and one of the scenes that I saw that I personally like because I like that as an animal was the giant albino crocodile that they had in that
with
in
sharp
that one.
teeth.
So
With
y'all,
shark teeth, and it had like the inside mouth of like a turtle with all the little
Yeah.
fleshy finger bits.
Yeah.
Shark
well,
teeth,
that-
hoo-ah.
I had to nerd out a little bit since Dune was mentioned.
Yeah, no shit.
So there was actually more than just the ones that you mentioned. First attempt was done in 1971 with Arthur P. Jacobs, which he ended up dying in '73. So it went over to Alejandro Jodorowsky in
Dude,
'74.
I was gonna bring up Jodorowsky's Dune because
Yeah.
he does really weird art films like freaking El Topo
Yeah.
and Holy Mountain, but he
Dude.
didn't even read the books, and he
No.
was like, I can make a better Dune movie, and then he didn't, but there's a documentary of him trying to make the movie that never happened.
He was
That
going
reminds-
to make it a 10-hour film.
Bet.
A 10 fucking hour-long film.
That just
Apologies,
that
wager.
reminds me of the two directors who made Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. These guys got it was like one of them was the son of a director who was originally gonna direct it. His son got given the role, and they have never seen a Friday movie at all, and they try to make a Friday movie out of it.
You just see fucking him like, damn, because Friday with Ice Cube and never mind.
Yeah, I got what you're going for. That's what I thought he was talking about, honestly.
You can't
No,
say
I was talking about Friday the 13th.
Then say Friday the 13th, because Friday the 13th and Friday, two complete different movies.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
I would love to see a blend of those, though. Like, he just shows up like, damn, girl, you white on all sides. You know
Something
he's
stabs him.
bald-headed. You know he ain't have no hair.
Something I didn't realize. I kind of looked a little bit into it. There's actually 2 famous people that were involved with Dune that I didn't realize.
Is
Like
it Harrison Ford?
Oh no. The producer that eventually made the one for David Lynch, or that put together the one for with David Lynch as director, his original director choice was Ridley Scott. And Ridley Scott was working with H.R. Geiger.
For
So-
Alien.
Yeah. And apparently H.R. Geiger was with Jodorowsky.
Yeah, he's on the
Eventually.
camera right now. It's Alejandro Jodorowsky, H.R. Geiger, like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I was like, God damn.
my little side thing. When we brought up No Country for Old Men, and Dalton mentioned, what did you mention about it?
It was
that
all
is
in
mostly shot
Texas.
in Texas.
Yes. So, also the movie, There Will Be Blood. those are very similar films, but it's also because they were filmed in the same spot at the same time. They both shot the same. They were just on different sides of the prairie, essentially, because one day there was all this smoke going, and No Country for Old Men couldn't film because There Will Be Blood. They were testing out their oil rig fire, and they couldn't put it out. So they were like, we can't shoot today. We got smoked out from the other people making this badass movie of like, I drink your milkshake.
As it brings all the boys to the yard.
I remember when that movie was announced, everyone was like, so it's involved with Saw? No, dumbass.
There will be blood.
Incidentally, one of the bridges in that scene from No Country to Old Men, it's an old wooden bridge.
Yep.
That they shoot a car over is actually like 15 miles from Brownwood.
I remember.
It's called the Regency. It's called the Regency Bridge.
Your family brought me there. It was a cool ass bridge.
I remember,
basically it's the last wooden bridge that you can drive across to Texas, and it's a very amazing bridge that goes over the Colorado River.
Dude, that
And it's-
movie's a masterpiece, man.
And it's
I
right
remember
next to
here-
Jeff Bridge.
I remember hearing about this.
Shut up.
In Castaway, the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie, where they show the little kind of house in the country and everything. That was actually filmed about 15 minutes outside of my town.
A Little House on the Prairie?
No, on Castaway.
Castaway.
Oh, Castaway?
Yeah, if you look just right, you can see Jase's mask just right off camera.
You just see his tummy popping in on this side, like.
Yeah, it's
It
like
swallow.
We
It
tried
swallows.
to film them, but we couldn't.
It swallows the volleyball. Well, son.
He is the volleyball. No, the incidentally, Transformers, the one with Mark Wahlberg, half of it was shot in Texas as well.
I believe it.
And that White House that he's in, I drove past that house like several times.
And of
working
course,
out there.
and of course, Mark Wahlberg, a fucking Boston ass guy, is trying to adopt a Southern accent for the fucking role.
Dude, one thing I hate.
Mark Wahlberg.
One thing I hate.
Four Brothers was badass. That shooter movie was badass. Like,
That was good. I'm just
I
saying.
love him and Will Ferrell and the other guys. Like, it's great.
Yes.
They're a great team.
But one thing I hate is other actors trying a Texan accent because they
God.
don't get a Texan accent. They get like a
They just
Southern
do
accent.
Southern.
Wait.
I'm from
Yeah,
there.
they just go right into the Southern accent. You know?
Dalton. Put the bunny back in the box.
Prime example, Con Air.
The
That was
bullet
not a
might
Texan
be
accent.
Oh
was just
God, I
fucking
love
Nick Cage
I
trying
love
to be a
it more
dumb-
for the fact that it irks Dalton so much. Why didn't you listen?
Now, I can do a Texan accent without much of a problem because that's my actual accent. I just hide it with the new
fucking
one, right?
Texan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even if
but
we
that, like,
tried,
that shit.
we got it. We got.
Well,
some
here's the
southern,
thing.
some southern.
Well, here's the
drawl
thing.
in
Like
there.
Texas has several different accents. You have you have the Panhandle, you got East Texas, South Texas, and then or East and West Texas, and then you got the South where
You also have Central Texas, which is a
You got
different
Central Texas and Gulf Coast Texas.
You
There's-
want
There are several different types because if you go down to southern Austin in the Hill Country area, it's Germanic. Sorry,
You go
but
down
it's
to
like
fucking,
it's got like a hint of a German accent.
yeah. You go down to fucking Galveston, San Leon, and shit like that. It's definitely different.
You want to know something funny about the whole Mark Wahlberg thing in the Transformers movie? They said he was Texan. Would it really have been hard for someone to just make a note where Mark Wahlberg could say, "Oh, I lived in New York, but then I moved to Texas"? That would have solved
Austin,
the accent
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been easy.
They could have, but instead they just said, "Nope, he's born in Texas." Hey, yeah, fucking, I'm Texan.
Oh, I'm Texan.
Texan here.
I'm fucking Texan over here.
Over here.
but I
But
talking about
Fucking
film
bastard.
locations and everything. Like I still laugh. I have people who watch the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre because they mentioned Childress, and Childress is about 45 minutes to an hour away from where I live.
Yeah, but it's the thing about Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off of a fucking serial killer from South Carolina that killed like
I know.
No,
I know.
it was in
I don't
Pennsylvania.
care. I don't care. That movie haunts me.
But
This-
I still,
Or
It
the
didn't
special, or the special scene. Matt, can you guess what scene in Texas Chainsaw Massacre haunts me?
The guy in the wheelchair going.
Yes, I wake up in a cold sweat every night. Just, what are you doing to my shirt?
Give him the ball.
No, it's when one of the dudes like is running in because he hears a pig squeal, and then just Leatherface just, and you hear the most visceral, spine-cracking sound I've heard, and the body just.
What
I'm
is
just sitting there
y'all's
like,
first Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Which is the first one y'all watched? Because there's several of them.
The first one I actually watched is the remake Michael Bay did that came out right around when Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead came out.
You're talking about the one that had Arlie Ermy in it, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's-
that was actually a decent
That
one.
wasn't a bad movie at all. I dug it.
No,
It was
okay.
great. It was
It's
great.
it was good.
Like the plot twist of Lee Army being just like the father and just this.
This though, like even in the real one, the sheriff is.
I know,
Okay,
Ben.
Ben, what did I do? What did I do, Ben?
You fucked up
Lee
his name.
Army.
Oh my
It's
God.
Arlie Emery.
The Arlie
God.
Ermy.
It's Lee
it Army?
Oswald.
God damn it.
God damn it. But
I'm sorry, Ben.
I'm sorry,
love
it's
it.
Staff Sergeant.
No! You son of a bitch! It's Gunnery
I mean,
Sergeant.
too.
Gunnery Sergeant. There we go.
Oh, I always called him Gunny.
Gunny,
that
that's
works
short
too.
for Gunnery Sergeant.
But
I usually call him equal rights, equal fights.
you're not wrong.
That works.
But
Full Metal Jacket's
love
a
the-
classic too.
I love
Can
the
we
Texas
talk about
Chainsaw
Stanley
Massacre.
Kubrick again?
Always.
But I hate the timeline. The timeline is so fucked
I love
in that
Stanley
series.
Kubrick. I love Stanley Kubrick. I love Stanley Kubrick. Sucks that he is dead.
What was that? Like that whole thing about they wanted? Was it Stanley Kubrick to film the moon landing? But he's such a perfectionist, he had to do it.
He
Like
filmed it on the moon.
like he had to film it on the moon.
Yeah.
That's my
Interesting
kinda-
thing about because he pretty much moved to England and he would just film in England. So anytime you see, like even in Eyes Wide Shut, that whole New York strip, he just pretty much built this strip of New York to film in. But in Full Metal Jacket, that scene where all the busted ass buildings and everything, like they were trying to
Yeah.
find a place for that. And then it was like a couple hundred yards behind his house where it's like, let's go look over there. And it was like perfectly set. He's like, I don't know how he would have filmed that without these random deteriorating buildings back here. So that was just like a blessing from the cinema gods, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I actually didn't. Man,
Location-
he died quite a while back. Literally just
Yeah, like the 70s or something, right?
19
No, it's
no, he died in,
1999.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. Yeah, the 70s. is
yeah,
when that was
I-
made,
March
yeah.
7th.
I do feel bad for oh god, I never can remember her name. The wife from The Shining.
Shelley Duvall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shelley Duvall.
But that's because he was like,
he
did.
tormented her.
That's what he did though. He's like, I'm gonna run these shots as many times as I fucking want. Cause I mean, I'm Stanley Kubrick's my fucking guy. Whenever he was filming Doctor Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Fearing and Love the Bomb, there's a scene where like this general dude, he's going on this monologue, and the guy's like, dude, he kept making me redo it, and I just couldn't get it. Then he started making me do it one line at a time. And then I just stopped. I got up and I looked and was like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, I know, man. I don't either right now. But that fear in your eyes, that's where the magic's going to come from. So, like, he just wore him down to where, like, you literally wore this dude down to where it's like, that was the best scene we got when we just beat the shit out of him mentally.
Well, I mean, Stanley Kubrick, he is honestly the unhinged part of perfectionist, honestly.
He's
And
gotta
I'm
be,
sure
though.
Ben sits there and says, God, he's my favorite person. When
Honestly,
he fucking,
yeah.
fucking scars women for life and makes them hate themselves. God, that's my favorite thing about
Well, no,
him.
he,
what
no,
Ben
I
does
just
when he has
love
sex with
ruining
women.
people's lives. My name is Ben.
what the fuck?
I do love ruining women's
Dude,
lives.
you
My name
literally
is
showed
Ben.
that to us when we
How about-
watched Whiplash. God, he made a kid commit suicide? Hell yeah!
No, I just
Well,
love
He was a weak kid and needed to be purged from the bloodline.
yeah.
He was bringing us all down, man.
You fuck them kids.
Fuck them.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Man, fuck them
Maybe
kids.
I always
maybe I
feel
shouldn't
so.
be saying it that way.
I put that song
I
on the
feel-
other day when we were riding home from HEB. My wife never heard it and just like, man, we all love our kids, but sometimes as a parent, yo, fuck them kids. She's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah. And Vincent's like, I'm a kid. Like, fuck you, kid. Like, yeah. She was gangster, bro.
But no, it's.
And then
I
you
mean,
married her and ruined your life.
even if we were to,
Or in her life.
even
This was
the
actually just
fucking-
recent, so.
yeah. But no,
My favorite scene. Or go ahead, Ben.
well, I was just gonna say, even with mass media that does parodies of shit, epic rap battles of history. Anybody?
Yeah.
They fucking,
Battles of history!
Is that really filmed though?
but they did a throwdown between Steven Spielberg,
And
Alfred Hitchcock, Quentin Tarantino, Stanley Kubrick, Michael Bay.
Speaking of
Michael
which-
Bay.
Speaking of which, that is a great segue to our next topic, the greatest of all time directors. Boom.
It is
Because-
not Michael Bay.
I'm Michael
not.
Bay.
I'm not a fan of him, but that dude knows how to shoot a fucking movie. He doesn't know how to write one. His CG is fucking top notch, but like if you look at his shots, how he does stuff, he did a Pepsi commercial that was so fucking extra. Just how it filmed, like it went through a can and it's come zoomed out, and like,
Okay.
dude, the dude knows how to shoot a movie. He's
He
just a
can't-
dickhead.
He can't write a script for shit, but a director of photography, he's got. Director of photography, cam up, all that shit, all the actual, the pre-production visual shit, he's
Yeah.
got.
He's
Even
got
a little
his-
bit with the editing. Even a little
He
bit with the
does-
editing.
For that stuff, he does play to his strengths very, very well.
Yes. So,
Let's talk about James Cameron.
like,
Dude, yeah,
It was
yeah,
not
dude.
James Cameron.
No,
The dude went to the Titanic. Successfully went to the Titanic several times and made
After-
a movie about it.
Making the Titanic. I think
No.
Yeah.
No,
which one came
his
first?
his best achievement is able to go back in time to film the Titanic. Like that shit's insane.
Yeah, right?
I was gonna vote.
He was
Cast
there
my
in
vote.
1914.
He
Oh,
was
wow.
there. He watched Rose getting piped by Leonardo
Dalton.
DiCaprio.
Vincent, today he was like,
1912.
he was talking about Titanic. He's like, that's one of the only movies where a girl does a T-pose. It's like, you're not.
You're not
Like,
wrong.
I get the dates. I get the
Wanna
dates
slap
confused from that
him.
one because my grandmother was born 2 years afterwards, so I think it's 1914, but it's 19.
well, you also kind of mixed it up because of the actual dates of the month too, because it was April 14th, 1912, where the Titanic sank.
My great grandmother was born 2 years later, exactly.
There you
So that's
go.
why I get them confused.
For one of the,
Every night in my cream,
However,
I see.
I was
Make
gonna
fun of that all you want. When that shit fucking hits, it is still emotional.
Oh, it's a good
That-
song. Celine
it's-
Dion's an amazing
I
artist.
think
Connor should
best-
revere her for being Canadian.
The
I
best,
do.
the best
Yeah.
use of that song ever is in the movie Bruno, when he goes to leave
God,
to
no.
become straight, and then he starts this whole like MMA thing in like Oklahoma, dude, with all these super straight rednecks, and then his
Yes.
boyfriend from the movie comes in like, faggot, like, who calls straight Dave a faggot? So they start fighting, and then they just glare at each other, and they start making out in front of hundreds of rednecks, and then everyone's pissed off. They start throwing chairs at them, and you just hear like fucking the Titanic theme kick in, and it's so beautiful, dude. It's hilarious.
I was-
My
for-
heart will go on.
Celine
You
Dion-
uncultured
Celine
bitch.
Dion was
not
also
Titanic
also
theme.
did music for Deadpool 2 at the beginning, I believe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she did a full song, and
But she's
I
not a
had it.
director, so
But yeah, James
but
Cameron,
she's fantastic.
fucking god tier, man.
Cameron.
I was
Okay,
gonna make.
let's start. Like, what are they? Fucking Terminator 2, Aliens 2,
Yes. Yes.
Electric Boogaloo. No,
The Avatar.
I mean,
Yeah.
he invented a new camera for Avatar. He's been working on that shit for 12 years. He took 13 years to make Avatar 2. It's
Avatar.
fucking brilliant. It looks gorgeous, man.
one of
Avatar:
my
The Last Tree Bender.
one of my one of my favorite things when it comes to Aliens 2 is that, you know, he talked about, like, so, you know, Alien, that was a horror movie, and sure,
Yeah,
he
he
kept the horror element, but then he was like, but what if people shoot?
Yeah, he turned
And
it
he
into an
still
action
made it
movie.
great. Like, he took a cup that's like, it's a horror movie, you're in space, you can't go anywhere, but then he said, but what if I add Marines to it and made it action-y? And it was still good!
He was also like, man, aliens scary. What about a bunch of them? Let's just do a bunch.
that definitely like ups the fear factor. Like after seeing the first one, like take someone away and kill them, and then you just start seeing more crawling on the walls, like appearing, and you're just like, oh.
I think Connor's is the favorite because that's Sigourney Weaver in her underwear.
Dude, my wife is obsessed with Sigourney Weaver. Aliens are her favorite
Thank
shit.
you.
Like she's a goddess too, man. She's not a director, but she was one of like the first like femme fatale like badass bitches to like cement what a badass bitch is, man.
Samus Aran from Metroid is based on Ridley.
Because yeah,
I'm not saying if we get a live action Samus movie, we need Ripley as to be the like the actor for the suit, but we need her to be the voice at least.
Well,
I think she's too old now.
yeah.
Damn it. No.
It's like
Uh,
when the boys came out, because in the comic, Huey looks just like Simon Pegg. He modeled him off of Simon Pegg, and they were trying to get it together, but it never happened. And when they finally started filming, Simon Pegg was too old, so they just had him play Huey's father instead. But he still got to do the voice for the animated part, so you still got to like pair it back together nicely.
Yeah.
Who's that tall blonde chick on Game of Thrones? Gwendoline something like?
The Queen or like
Brienne of Tarth?
Yeah, like the really tall
Tart.
chick.
Brienne
she
of
was,
Tarth.
she was the silver
no.
stormtrooper or whatever.
Yeah, her, like that actress. She would be perfect for Samus because she's
Wait.
already got the height and everything else. I feel like she's
Wait a
perfect for
minute.
Samus.
Hold on. I'm
What?
looking it up real quick.
Also, Simon Pegg is a good actor, or is a good director too. Like him and his friend, that they do all their stuff together. Like they're direct, don't they?
They're not
Yeah.
the ones directing it. It's
No.
what was it?
Dalton, Gwendolyn Christie, you were right.
Yeah, Gwendoline Christie. Yeah,
For
she
some
would be
reason, my
perfect for
brain
Samus.
thought
What is
Tilda Swinton, and I don't know why.
I get why the hair.
I guess it's just weird.
I was gonna say,
Edgar Wright does. It's called the Cornetto trilogy. There's Shaun of the Dead. There's Hot Fuzz, which is fucking great, dude. And then there's At the End of the World or something.
Yeah.
like
World's End.
that. World's End, yes. Because they're all linked by the ice cream. But
I was
actually,
gonna-
all three of those movies, the very first scene tells you the entire movie, and you don't even know it. Like in Shaun of the Dead, like, all right, we're gonna wake up first, we're gonna have a Bloody Mary, then we're gonna go over to Liz's, then we're gonna come back here to the Winchester. And sure enough, the first zombie they see her, hello Mary, and she's covered in blood, and like dude, it's fucking so many Easter eggs and shit in there.
I was gonna say, for a good director, in my opinion, Wes Craven.
Yeah, absolutely, Wes fucking Craven, man. Fucking killing it, bro. He's a fucking classic. Fucking John Carpenter.
John
Like,
Carpenter.
goddamn, bro.
I was just going to mention him.
Dude, like The Thing, fucking The Thing. He also
even-
did The Thing.
Well, I mean,
He
the
al-
Halloween
you know, he also
series.
did the thing.
Halloween, he did The Thing. He did freaking. What
I think you might be biased a little on
Like
the thing.
vampires.
They
Live,
live is
the
fucking
fog,
badass.
vampires.
Matt, you totally forgot. He made the thing.
What?
shit.
How
He
would
made
Matt
the-
forget that?
How'd you forget that one, Matt?
Yeah,
Because
fuck you, Matt.
he ended up putting them in the he put the Thing inside of the Fantastic Four.
And
How
Oh,
funny
fair
would that be if like
Oh.
Mr. Fantastic, Elastigirl or whatever, fucking flame and torch them like
like here's the funny thing though. The
I would
dude
watch
obviously has his strong points, which is horror, but at the same time he does a fucking 180 and does shit like Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay, now that was
right.
just a classic.
has some horror aspects. That still has
Connor's
some creepy
broken,
moments.
guys.
You killed him.
He's
You
broken.
killed him,
It's
Matt.
done.
You killed him,
Podcast's
Matt.
done. All right, Ben. Sign us out.
All
Yeah,
right,
your bitches, grabs, and
all right,
complaints.
everybody.
What the fuck, Connor?
Another one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got another asthmatic in the cast.
Another director, and it was he didn't do a whole lot of movies.
Oh my fucking
Lehman,
head.
get down.
My head hurts. Ow.
Was
Oh,
Troy Duffy? He made the Boondock Saints.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
another movie I need to rewatch. It's been years.
Hold
Oh.
on.
good actor shout out.
Ben,
Willem
shut
Dafoe.
up. Yes,
Who?
he's great. Let me finish my thing, please.
Who been?
Okay.
Breathe
What the
first,
heck?
nigga. Damn.
Willem Dafoe.
Oh,
You-
definitely top notch.
He is, but
You
first,
know, I'm
Julian
an
Taylor?
actor myself.
shut the fuck up.
You know, I'm
Steven
someone
Taylor?
who
We'll
myself.
talk about Willem Dafoe's giant penis in a second.
What?
What?
Can't.
I'll explain.
I'll
Anyway,
explain.
the reason it was so funny to me, Matt, was because I'm picturing the scene where they get like exposed to like the waves or whatever, and everyone comes out like they're all thinking like, I think I'm stretchy. What? I could be invisible, and you know, Human Torch just, oh, I'm on fire, and then immediately it's like, Ben, how you feeling? The whole time, here's the better part. I don't picture him trying to kill everyone. I picture him trying to be a superhero,
Yeah.
like the train
He's
scene.
kinda
Instead of it being him just pulling it, it's just.
He's like
Even this small child just.
He's very like crudely shoved in one of the suits, all just and disproportionate.
I would watch that version of the Fantastic
I
Four.
wanna
Probably the
see-
best one there.
I need to immediately.
All right, shout out to another director, even though he's not my favorite, but film would be nowhere without Steven Spielberg, man.
Yes.
Agreed.
He's one
And
of the
his
fucking
friend.
grandfathers.
And his best friend,
Oh my god.
George Lucas.
George
Yep.
fucking Lucas!
George
Both of them together are the reason we have the stuff that we have in the world.
Hold on,
Yes.
we're also forgetting one of the greatest. Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred
Yeah,
Hitchcock.
dude. I have been watching their Alfred Hitchcock movies, like a few of them, because I watch the Birds and stuff. But
I
like,
love the birds.
my only thing with it is it just kind of ends. It
Yeah.
just ends.
Did you know you could actually see Alfred in the?
He's in all of his
Yeah.
movies. He's in all
Right.
of his movies. He puts
I-
a cameo in every single one of them.
I laughed at the one on the birds where you see him walking out of a store with his dog.
Yeah. But like how he does his stuff, like they're scary, but it's more like a tear. Like he has
Okay.
terror, the word tear down to a fucking T.
Yeah,
For tear.
Like, I was
Alright.
watching.
Ben,
I was
what are you
watching
giggling
I just Connor is finally recovered from it.
Stop. Please
was
don't
watching-
remind me. I'm gonna break again. I
I
don't.
just
Stop. Drop. Shut him down. Open up shop.
I was watching a
Are
interview.
we talking about Spielberg?
No, we're talking about
Alfred-
different things. Shut up!
Alfred.
I'm trying to make a point.
I mean, we could
Uh,
have talking about Spielberg, but yeah, you ran away like a bitch.
I had
I
to
was
take
wa-
ibuprofen. I got a contact headache from that.
I was watching a
so
interview.
funny.
Oh, for fuck's sake, shut up! I was watching an interview with oh god, Alton Brown, and one of the questions was if there was a horror movie made out of food or about food, who would be directed? And Alton Brown thought about it for a minute. He's like, Hitchcock, because you know when to choke someone with a bone. And I was like, yeah, I agree.
There's horror movies about food. The Stuff.
Attack of the Killer Donuts.
Soylent Green. Attack of the
It's
Killer
people.
Tomatoes.
I don't know,
Yeah,
there's a
they
B movie
made
called
the
Attack of the
Jasmine.
Killer. There's a
What's
B
up,
movie
Connor?
called Attack of the Killer Donuts.
True. What's up,
Of
Connor?
course there is. I was gonna say The Menu because it's a recent movie that came out, but it's not really a horror movie. It's more of a.
It's horror adjacent. The Menu was really fucking good.
I
man.
mean, my favorite part is always just the ending when the chick like finally gets like what the head chef is all about, and it's just like, I'm hungry.
yeah,
you
your
want
food sucks.
A
Like,
cheeseburger, and like you see the dude just like,
dude, that cheeseburger looks so fucking good. I would eat that. I would let
who's that actor?
Anna Taylor
That
Joy.
actor again? I gotta
don't know
look
if
up
it's
the actor real
I
quick.
know the actress because I would
don't
let
know
her eat. I would eat that cheeseburger out of her asshole after she already ate it.
I don't know
I
if
just-
y'all ever saw this one, but there's a horror food movie called Poultrygeist.
Of
I
course
own
I know that.
I totally own that, man.
That is a funny movie.
I always say that quote: "Rubber cocks can't make true queef."
Oh. What the fuck? Anyway, I found his.
Trauma films.
I found the Matt. I found his name. You broke Ben. Good job.
That's okay.
Have you
I'll
never
serve
seen-
you.
You've got 2 for 2 on breaking. Now you just have to
Hey,
break Dalton
at
Jase.
least when Connor breaks, he isn't fucking louder than everybody else.
Yes, he is. We all have
I mean,
to stop stop and cater to him.
Technically, I am. It's just my microphone doesn't pick it up because I'm always.
I mean,
like,
I can server mute Ben for a little bit when he breaks.
I can
No,
server
don't
mute
server mute
everybody.
shit.
But yeah,
because-
What's his name?
Ralph Fiennes or
Fiennes?
Fiennes, yeah,
Fines.
No, fine. He's the guy with the messed up tooth, right?
I
Like, he
think
was
I'm
in,
trying to
he
see
was
what
in,
other.
I thought that was Tom Cruise. 'cause he had a
Kingsman. He
middle
was in the
tooth.
fucking Kingsman, right?
Yes,
What's he?
Yeah, he was the guy from the
And,
Kingsman. He was Lancelot in the Kingsman.
he was
Oh,
also
really?
in the
Country
Hurt.
roads.
He was also in the Hurt Locker. Wait, he was in Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
But-
Would you know?
Oh, he
But
even did a.
if we're, I was gonna say, if we're
Dalton.
talking about someone with fucked up teeth,
Yes.
we can't forget about
Yeah,
Tom
and he
Cruise.
was in
with his
Grand
thicker tooth.
Budapest
We're,
and
for-
Schindler's
we're
List.
forgetting about his biggest role he's known for,
What?
Voldemort.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ah!
Remove
I-
Remove
When
his
I heard the name, I was
nose.
like. But by the way, Jase is right. Fucking Tom Cruise's teeth is fucked up. He's got a tooth in the middle of his damn
Yeah,
mouth.
he's got a middle tooth.
I
And it's
sent that
fucking
picture
weird.
to- I was sharing a meme about that, and my mother-in-law's like, that's fake. That's a meme. I'm like, no, it's not. Watch any Tom Cruise movie. Although Tom Cruise is a shitty person as an actor,
And he's short.
I respect him. I respect the fuck out of him. I would never do anything that guy does. I'm not
Best
gonna climb
movie?
up the tallest building in Dubai. I'm not gonna hang onto the side of an airplane. I'm not gonna free climb. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Shut up, you piece of shit.
All
You
of
couldn't
those
you couldn't climb a
involve
tall-
heights.
You would die.
Bull fucking shit. Let me at it.
I
Let me
do know
fucking at
that he's also incredibly. I do know that Tom Cruise is incredibly short as well.
Can I have the talking
Yes.
stick?
Hurry up.
My favorite movie he was in was The First Weeb. No, that's a good movie regardless. I think that's a great movie he did.
The
Probably
Last
my
Samurai
favorite
was a
he's
good
ever
one.
done. But every time I watch it, my brain's just The First Weeb.
He has
Does he
in every
just get-
contract.
he
that has to
ingratiates
be taller than
himself.
the female lead.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to see fucking
Elton
Sigourney Weaver.
Ellen
For some
DeGeneres.
reason, I kept wanting to call her Ripley, and I'm like, no, she's
She
Sigourney
won't.
Weaver.
She's
wouldn't do it.
Ripley.
Believe it or
She
not.
No,
wouldn't.
Sigourney
She would
Weaver.
punch him. She
Sigourney
would
Weaver
punch him.
refuses to do any of those movies where she's actually turned out great movies where the male lead had to be taller than her. She's like, I'm 6'1". They're 5 foot. That's stupid. So she's actually turned out a lot of stuff, and honestly, I applaud her for it.
Yeah, I do too.
I will say, Tom Cruise, shitty person, but somebody that throws that much of themselves into their craft,
Absolutely.
they are
Yeah.
passionate about that shit, and there's something to be gained from.
Dude,
Or there's something to admire
because he
about
wants
that.
to meet his like Xenu god or whatever the fuck Scientologists believe.
Yeah, he is a Scientologist.
Yeah.
He's like their best Scientologist they have.
I mean,
But
he
also-
contributes the most
Video
money.
where, who the?
He's
How
also
did I forget his fucking name? Fuck, man, he was in.
John Travolta.
No.
He's a
No.
Scientologist, isn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
And when you say he's their best memory, it means
Oh, Les
donates
Grossman.
No, I was talking about Ben Stiller, where he's dressed up as Tom Cruise's double, and he's doing such a good job of being him, where they end up just like he fucking nails it, bro. That shit's so good.
But no, also he's a hermaphrodite, apparently.
No, he fucks fish.
He's a
That's
gay.
Kanye
No,
fish.
that's Kanye West.
That's Kanye West.
No, the lady from
It's
Lady in the
literally
Water is a gay fish.
There's literally people that have seen him bring a fish into a bathroom, and when he comes out, the fish is all fucked up.
What?
Wait,
I
who
don't
are we
do
talking
it.
about? Who are we talking?
Tom
about?
Cruise. Tom Cruise fucks fish as a
Tiny-
Scientologist. He's a
Tiny
fish
Tom
fucker.
Cruise. He's a fish fucker. He tips
It'd be
the
funny, like, we can
scales.
call him a fish fucker all day, he's okay with it. The moment we make fun of him for being a Scientologist, he tries to cancel us. That'd be hilarious.
It's not
Like,
him
you
trying
can't
to
make fun of
cancel-
my religion.
Scientology will do that.
Bring it on,
sorry,
Scientology.
Even when last podcast covered Scientology, dude, they were getting death threats. They were getting calls at like 3 a.m. and hanging up. Like that's what they do.
Just being me
Boys.
like Scientology, death threats. Fucking kill me then, I don't care.
Boys.
Fuck off, Church of Scientology. Fuck you.
Scientology roast.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
one will get us flagged immediately.
How we get killed.
We'll put that behind a paywall.
Finally.
Okay, so enough with Scientology. Let's get back to some badass, great directors. For one, Martin Scorsese.
For
Yep.
2, Quentin Tarantino.
I was gonna say Quentin Tarantino, man.
I'm not a
Paul
fan.
Thomas Anderson.
I wouldn't.
He's got his own kind of how he films his own shit, man. Wes Anderson.
I know, but Paul W. Anderson's kind of a douche.
Doesn't fucking
What?
matter. Tom Cruise is a douche, but he's still a good actor.
Actually,
we've
you know
already-
what? I'll be honest. I
Stanley
just hate him.
Kubrick was a dickbag, and
I was
he's the
just-
greatest director out there.
I was just about to say we had 10 minutes of shitting on Kubrick, but we're like, we can shit on him all we want. We can't argue with the
Like,
movies he's made.
I would still absolutely love to take a course that's being taught by Kubrick.
I thought
Just-
you were about to say you would love to eat Kubrick's ass.
What the
I
fuck are
would-
you
He would
thinking?
love to
Kubrick's
gobble
ass.
Kubrick's. He would gobble Kubrick's dick for sure.
No,
Yeah.
Ben is a dick gobbler. Look at him.
no, that is
Got that
Matt
fucking
and
chicken
Connor
beak of
over
his?
here.
He really,
And
he
maybe
really
you.
he really wants Michael Bay as well.
Yeah,
No.
Ben wants to suck Michael Bay's dick.
No.
Okay, one more director. It's kind of new. It's not every after you've talked about him enough, but it's kind of relevant. But Christopher fucking Nolan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is one of the newer. Well, he's not necessarily new, but he has been pushing the boundaries of what cinema is
Dark
I-
as a film creator, man.
I will also cast my vote. He's done a couple horror movies. Jordan Peele.
Dude, I
I
loved.
don't know if he'd say he's a great. I
Yes.
wouldn't say
No,
he's like.
he's
Dude, no,
brand
no,
new.
no. Wait. Let me clarify. Sorry. I'm not
Choose
trying to
your
say.
words carefully, peasant.
He's a piece of shit.
Sorry, it made it sound like we were saying he's a greatest of all time director. I wouldn't say that yet, but he is a great director.
He's great. I
Because
love
he's
Get
doing
Out.
crazy shit, and so far, every time I've heard of a movie, 9 times out of 10, it always gets glowing reviews.
Like Get Out, Us.
He's
Those are
3 for 3.
great.
Dude, Nope is probably my favorite.
Nope.
I still have yet to see Nope.
Dude,
Watch it. You'll like it.
watch it. It's so it's you think it's a UFO film, and then it's like not that at all.
I still just love the trailers and how it's like gets a little action-packed music kicks up, and then it's just a soundbite from a song going, nope. Like that's all you get. Literally just, nope.
Honestly, I find it kind of funny how
Funny,
like,
kinda
they're-
Sad.
The tree
God
thing
damn
which
it.
I'm dying on the best I've ever had.
I love
No.
how Ben always says shit that's like trying to get into the conversation, but it's a song lyric. It's like, all right, guys, picture this: we are both butt naked, banging on the bathroom every fucking time.
He's like, look, guys, I was just a lonely girl living in a lonely world. All right, you did that one on purpose.
Now look, guys, I want it that way, but tell me why.
He fucking laughs at the goddamn Battlefield fucking theme, and I don't even know why he said it. Yeah, he just goes like, I was like, why are you doing this?
Ben laughs at almost anything.
He's the military version
But
of
no,
Mandark.
he laughs in the fucking tones of the Battlefield theme.
like-
the cadence.
Like dun 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 dun. He does that, and he's been doing it for months, and no one has picked it up. And I've said it several times. And Connor's like, "Are you sure?"
I don't play
noticed
Battlefield
it.
often, so.
I'm
But,
sorry.
like-
I'm sorry. I play good games.
You play shit.
You play Final Fantasy 14. Don't you fucking at me, bud.
I actually am unsubbed and I haven't played for about.
Yeah, you've been playing
Four
like
months.
Baldur's Gate 3, which is a great game. But anyway, that's a
Yeah.
whole different
But
story.
anyways,
Talking about movies.
That's another
I was
podcast.
going to
Story.
say, I find it kind of funny how Christopher.
Find it kinda
third. God damn it! A third of Christopher Nolan's
what's up,
movies.
Just let him talk.
A third of Christopher Nolan's movies have the same main actor.
Me.
There's
No,
there's
Christian
a lot of
Bale.
Christopher Nolan actors.
I was about
like,
to say.
No, main actor Christian Bale.
No, but I'm just like even in like Oppenheimer, I saw like 2 actors in there I know from other Christopher Nolan films.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
he's got.
there were
he's
so many
basically got
people.
his.
You
He's
find
got his
people you
notebook.
dude like Martin Scorsese and fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
They got
yes.
a new one coming out called like fucking Fields of the Flowers or something
Well-
that does with like Indian fucking genocide that looks badass. I don't even know what it's called. Flowers
well,
of the
Dalton
Moon.
will
or
love
something.
that movie.
I
It
still need
looks
to watch it.
badass, dude.
Well, like talking about people who use the same actor every fucking movie. Fucking Tim Burton uses Johnny Depp.
Yes, Tim
I was
Burton.
wondering we mentioned Tim Burton yet. And Johnny
But yeah,
Depp and Helena Bonham
dude.
Carter, like.
I think because lately Tim Burton has just been making dog shit.
Yeah.
Like what's the last good Tim Burton movie? Like, I mean, even
Corpse Bride.
Beetlejuice.
he didn't even do Corpse Bride though, did he?
Penis juice.
Everyone thinks like you think Tim Burton, you think Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
I think Beetlejuice, but that's just me.
Yeah, Beetlejuice
it's
too,
like-
but he didn't even do Nightmare Before Christmas,
Oh wait,
man.
hold up. Corpse
Henry
Bride,
Selick.
He did
So, like,
Sweeney
It's
Todd.
Henry Selick.
He did Sweeney Todd.
I fucking love Sweeney.
Permission
fucking
for the
Todd.
porn movie of Beetlejuice to be penis juice.
God damn it.
No.
However,
And instead of him showing up, it's just a really long penis he has.
My
Just
favorite
penis juice,
meme
penis
was
juice,
like
penis juice.
with Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter getting divorced. Who gets Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
I would be more afraid that Johnny Depp would kill Helena.
Here's the obvious answer. Not Amber.
Well, she
She
had him for a
hurt.
minute.
Well, she heard that.
There was a video a guy took of his cat like angrily, like literally hissing and shitting on his bed, and the first comment someone put was Amber Heard crying in court.
I will say, Tim Burton did seem to have a little bit of a variety about him, but it seems to just kind of shrunken in.
Batman. Oh, 2 Batman movies.
Dude,
Well,
Wait,
no,
one Batman movie.
Batman.
His style
He did
fucking
2.
fantastic. I loved his Batmobiles. I loved dude, you can't tell me if Batman Returns doesn't just drip fucking dude, like
Batman.
it's so badass, man.
Well,
you got
I'm talking.
Catwoman's sick ass suit. You got Danny DeVito as the fucking penguin, just with like 3 fingers, eating fish. Like
I will never get over.
They just filmed Dana DeVito in his trailer.
I'll never
That's
get
my
over
favorite joke.
how they allowed Danny to just sit there, uncensored, walk up to Michelle Pfeiffer to say, "That's some real good pussy right there." Like,
it was a different
Oh,
time.
But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
like I'm talking about like
The 80s and
Michelle
90s.
Pfeiffer, though.
like
Michelle
you have,
Pfeiffer, though.
you have the
Michelle
Tim Burton
Pfeiffer.
style.
Pfeiffer.
You have the Tim Burton style, but it seems to mold itself into different things. Because like you had fucking Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice. You had 2 Batman movies and Edward Scissorhands, which is where the Johnny, which
But
is where
we got
the
we
Johnny
gotta
Depp
say
gets started.
one thing about the Tim Burton movies is Danny Elfman's music in
Yes.
relation to all of his movies.
Yes,
Danny Elfman is like one of my favorite composers, right there beside like Marty O'Donnell and Hans
Like,
Zimmer and shit.
Who doesn't constantly just have Nightmare Before Christmas music forever in their heads? All the
I
time.
love him.
Forever.
I will say, there's one director I will never forgive for greenlighting this. Joel Schumacher.
If there's
Shoemaker.
Batman and Robin,
Schumacher.
What killed the dinosaurs?
No,
The Ice Age.
it is those movies, but I will never forgive him for letting bat nipples be a thing.
hey,
I
what
will-
about the credit card?
I will say
Yeah.
this. I will say this. I did
Mr.
not
Freeze has been
realize.
here, Robin.
Hold up. I did not realize that Tim Burton directed both Mars Attacks and Planet of the Apes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Mars Attack's a great movie.
That is a great movie.
Weird movie.
He did not do the original Planet of the Apes. He did the one with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
2001 one.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean the one with the
2001
scene where the one female monkey literally comes to a bedroom half naked and goes,
Yeah, no, dude. You were thinking of the Charlton Heston one.
My favorite scene is just where there's a weird, awkward pause, and one of the monkeys goes, "Do you have a towel?" Like, what? And then the scene's over. Like, what is? And then like he tries to one up the original, but like, oh, there's I would call him Ape or Ham Lincoln, but
Yeah.
oh, the ending with the fucking Lincoln Memorial.
yeah, dude, like the new trilogy of the Planet of the Apes movies. Those are fucking fire. Those are great.
I still need to see them.
We just
Rise of the
rewatched all
Apes
3 of them not too long ago,
Dal-
man. They're
Dalton.
fucking baller, dude.
Whenever I come down for the live episode, we'll have a movie week or movie time.
We'll
Caesar,
see what's
come
going on
home.
at the time.
Caesar, come home.
Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Hey Dalton, you're way out of focus.
Dalton go blurry, man.
Yeah,
He's naked. He's naked. We have to blur him.
No, he's drunk. This is a this is a POV.
I'm not drunk, but
By
my
the way-
fucking thing keeps getting like out of focus.
Out of
You had-
focus because there's nothing to focus on.
I'm right
There you
here.
go.
You're
There you go.
out of focus. Wait, I have one more director to mention, and I'm hoping with the context of it, it'll make Ben grumpy.
What is it?
Miyazaki.
Motherfucker.
I mean, I would think animated films would be its own thing.
That's
Yeah, I guess.
we're talking live
Alright,
action.
fair enough.
Animated is going to be its own thing.
Anime
It would
is.
have to be. There's too much, but yes, absolutely.
Well, I just
Who
wanted to
directed
shoot.
Pacific Rim?
no, that was
No.
Guillermo del
No.
Toro.
Who?
Why haven't we mentioned
Yeah.
him? What do you mean?
Yeah, what? Why
I
did we
love
miss
this.
Del Toro?
I love
That's why
this
it's
so
like I was
much.
like, I know there's someone important. I know he's in Pacific Rim. I don't remember his name. So
Like,
wait.
I know that I think it was The Ring or The Grudge movie. I can't, which one he was working on. The little girl who was the ghost couldn't say his name, so he allowed her to call him Totoro-san.
That is adorable. But
What?
so I learned something about the Pacific Rim movie in the second one, which people universally hate because it wasn't that good. It turns out Guillermo del Toro did want to work in it more, but because it kept getting pushed back and China bought Legendary Pictures at the time, he then kind of like let someone else do it so he could work on Shape of the Water, which a gay
fuck this
fish movie.
bitch.
Yes,
The only thing I
but
know about
J-
Pacific Rim.
Jase,
The only thing I know about Pacific Rim is they got GLaDOS, the voice actors for GLaDOS, to be in that one.
I don't care. I hate GLaDOS. Next thing.
Wow.
Let me finish.
There you go.
So it turns out Guillermo's original vision for the second movie, some parts of the second movie lined up, but it turns out he wanted something crazy to where when you learn about like the alien race that comes up in the movie mentioned the precursors, that it turns out they would be humans in mechanical biosuits. So it's like, so you're telling us humans have been sending kaiju into the past to kill humans? And I just was like, humanity were the monsters all along. And I'm just like, dude, Guillermo's fucking weird, and I love it.
I love him.
I got
Kaiju.
I got a
Ow.
director. I got a director that none of y'all know, but I guarantee that you've seen at least one of his movies.
Who?
Gore Verbinski.
I know who he is.
Or
Verbinski. Verbinski. We're talking the first three Pirates of the Caribbean movies: The Lone Ranger, Rango, The Ring, The Weatherman, Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I've watched
I know-
a lot
I
of
know
those
I'm-
movies.
you've seen a lot of those, haven't you?
Yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I've seen all of them.
Who has it? I mean, the first one was like really fucking good. The second one was okay. The third one was there.
And then
I
they
like
just
third
kind of
And then it just went downhill.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because with movies and like that are trilogies and stuff, the second one tends to be my favorite. But with the Pirates of the Caribbean, it's still the first one for me.
It's always the first one. That was like the first PG-13 Disney movie as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. Are
Actually,
you a Mira Luca, Connor?
No. There, I think there was one that was way before that one that was PG-13 for Disney. The Black Cauldron.
that's
that was
right.
It's not rated.
Why
Wasn't
is
that
it gotta
rated
be
R?
black?
PG-13. It's
I
not.
thought
No, the
Okay.
Black Cauldron was not rated R. I believe it was rated PG-13.
It
Let
is
me-
not. It is a PG fucking cartoon. I have it on
Okay.
DVD.
No, I know, but the problem was when it was being, developed and made, it almost got PG-13 or whatever
Oh,
because of
It's-
how like
it's PG.
it was
Yeah.
pushing the limit.
Yeah, it was like-
doesn't
PG.
Dude,
It-
almost doesn't fucking count. It's like saying you got to second base and then telling your friends that you got laid. Fuck no. Fuck
it
Yeah,
was one of
because
the
I'm
dark-
sure children could really watch dead people rising from the grave to kill people. Definitely.
I mean, it was one of the darker
Yeah,
Disney movies. It was
the
kind of
ori-
considered
The
the bastard
original
child.
fucking Poltergeist is rated PG.
Ben,
Yeah.
for Christ's sakes, you think that it's okay for someone to bully a kid to suicide?
Shut the fuck up, Connor. God damn.
Because it
It-
is.
That's what bullying is
Damn
for,
it,
is to
Dalton.
make suicide okay.
But I do
Incidentally,
know that-
George of the Jungle is actually PG-13.
I do know. I still like this fact about the original Poltergeist is that they had
They used real
legit-
skeletons.
Yeah, they used real corpses.
It's because the fake skeletons were too expensive.
Hmm
So they just used real ones, and that movie was also a very cursed set as well. I've
Look.
only seen the movie once, and I got 103 fever that night, so I've never watched it again.
Wait,
Yeah,
so what movie is this?
The original
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
I need to.
Yeah,
see
they
it.
use legit real corpses in that when they all come up when they're at the end of the movie where they're all in the swimming pool.
stones, but you didn't move the bodies.
I gotta say, my mom loves that fucking movie. Like, she absolutely loves Poltergeist. I'll be
I tell you
right.
nothing.
No,
It's probably she
Okay,
loved
okay.
it because it had great practical effects versus CGI.
Yes.
Looks like it.
Yes.
Hmm.
I was gonna say one other movie that was great cursed was The Exorcist.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I actually just rewatched that and it still holds up, and it's still fucking legit, fucking scary as shit.
What's up,
Well,
Connor?
that
So to start the topic of CGI versus practical,
We got fucking Gojo over here from Jujutsu Kaisen.
it's mainly because it's cold and it's helping my headache calm down.
All right, whatever, Kenshi. Almost.
We already know.
Anyway, so Matt, we're gonna talk about The Thing for a moment because I know we love the movie.
Wait, who did that movie again?
James Cameron.
Who is that? James
It's kind
Cameron?
of
Right?
I heard he did the
Okay.
thing.
So, with The Thing, we all know how great it is for practical effects. I mean, it's stuff that would probably make Clive Barker, like, come in embarrassment. Just
It would have to be on every list of top practical effects out there.
Agreed.
It has to
It
be.
is. It is, because, I mean, it's so crazy how gross everything looks and how it's like your brain wants to say, it can't be real, but it looks so real.
Well, because when they
Mhm.
were kind of coming up with the idea, because the original one, the thing from outer space, like he didn't want it to look like any one thing, and then someone's like,
Yep.
"What if it looks like it tries to look like everything?" So they never
was
wanted it to look.
amazing.
They never wanted it to look the same ever.
Well, it's kind of like the same vein where like what Connor was talking about it, things being unsettling. That's one of the reasons why zombies are unsettling. It's because
Because it's us.
it's
Yes.
us,
Yep.
and we look at the the damage that they take, and they're still walking around like nothing happened, and your mind is like, that shouldn't be, that they should be dead.
Yep.
Yes.
Actually,
Well,
there
the
one of the scenes on
psychological.
the thing. What do you want? You're not even looking at us. So shut up. What do you want?
Actually, I can see you exactly, bitch. Finish your thing, though, first.
You look like the baby Joker from next Friday right now. But no, during
Where's
the thing,
Chico?
the scene whenever the head's getting pulled off and you see all the the yellow and the green pustules. They were using just a lot of paint thinners and turpentine and all this
believe
other all this weird goop. But there was because McGreedy shot a flamethrower at it. So when they filmed that, they're like, "Oh shit, we forgot to light this on fire." So they went to set it on fire, but all the fumes and chemicals set the whole practical effect on fire. And so the guy who made it was like, "Oh shit, it's on fire!" And then freaking John Carpenter's like, "Then put it out, dumbass." So they had to spend a whole another 1 to 2 days to recreate the same effect because it burned it up.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
Incidentally, in Wizard of Oz, Margaret Hamilton, she was the paint was very toxic, and when she was in that,
Yeah.
she was going down in that little disappearing
The
act with all the
comes
smoke
up,
coming up.
man.
It melted the fucking paint onto her skin, and she was in the hospital for 2 to 3 months from it.
Okay,
That was a
speaking
Margaret
of
Hamilton.
that,
too.
okay, well, I have a question about
Well,
that.
what's Connor's
Wizard of
been trying to
Oz.
say real quick?
I've been trying to keep with the argument of CGI versus practical effects because, as I was saying, Thing has great practical effects. Now let's move on to The Thing from 2011, which was a whole lot of CGI. Bad
Yeah.
CGI as well.
It wasn't necessarily bad because they actually did build the practical effects for that. So they had good references and lighting to make it look better. The reason I don't know why they didn't use it, because they filmed it and then they just painted it out and spent way more money than they fucking need to.
And it definitely shows. I mean,
It
You know,
does. Like I said,
you
it's still fine. As a
You're-
fan of the Thing, I love just body horror.
I'm way
I
more
haven't
intimidated
seen
by
either.
I'm way more intimidated by John Carpenter's Thing than the 2011 one.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
it's something in front of you. It's literally something you can grab. That's like
But
James, what was your question about the Wizard of Oz?
Go
my
ahead, Jay.
my question was that urban legend, like the original
No,
girl
there's
that
no
Dorothy.
there's no hanging midget. There's these fucking birds that didn't make it in the film.
Yeah.
that are in the background.
However,
I-
they let the midgets have their way with Judy Garland.
No. That's not what
not
I'm
good.
talking. That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the apparently the original girl who got cast as Dorothy. She got turned down for whoever got it, and then I guess like whenever they get, I think it's Tin Man.
The
what-
original Tin Man, he like something bad happened to him, and they had to refilm all the scenes with the new Tin Man.
Well, from what I heard, like if you look on the right toward the back, you could actually see the original girl who was Dorothy hang herself in the
No,
background.
that's not. That's
No.
It's an urban legend.
that has been debunked.
Yeah, it's an urban
I
legend.
mean, it's a good urban legend, especially if it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you're on YouTube looking up urban legends, and you're like,
Well, because I remember seeing like a shadow or something swinging in the back, and I didn't know what that was.
I can
always
tell you-
My mom and I have
penis.
watched that show a billion times. I'm a huge fan of
I
Judy
can-
Garland, but
I can guarantee it was somebody in Gaffin Electric that was fucking up with a cable that was supposed to go to a lighting rig.
It was my wiener.
if
It
it was
was
your wiener, we wouldn't be able
displaced.
to see it.
Yeah.
Why do you think you didn't see it then?
Now I got.
Ah, fuck, he's right. It's got us there.
I will say
Magic
this:
itch.
when it comes
Ow.
to practical versus CGI, we all see the writing on the fucking wall. Everybody's trying to move towards CGI, hence the fucking Avengers movies and shit.
Avengers was
I
great up until
honestly-
Endgame, and then they've been shit after that.
Honestly,
Yeah,
CGI's been shit.
honestly, no. They haven't been good since after Iron Man.
Fuck
like-
you. That's the first. That's
I
First
am
movie
steel
one.
person.
dude. I don't think Marvel just shits out gold. They do
No.
shit out chunks of gold. Endgame and
There's-
Infinity Wars are fucking baller. You don't even know 6 hours have passed.
I honestly,
Yes, you do.
I look at the fucking Avengers movies like they're Spy Kids movies. I'm
No.
sorry.
No.
The
That
Ant-Man's
was
great.
Ant-Man
So the Galaxy is fucking great. Doctor Strange is
Okay,
fucking
Guardians of the Galaxy. I completely forgot about that one.
Do
That
you
one's
think
good. That one's fucking good.
God stays in heaven because he's afraid of what he's created.
All right, movie quotes. But no. And we broke Dalton now. What the fuck?
That's up to Jase.
Double kill. But no, my whole spiel is you get a hell of a lot more out of practical effects than you do CGI. Not necessarily just for the thing that's being presented, but also the genuine reaction of the actors.
Okay,
Yeah,
I gotta say,
Hold on, I was gonna say because that reminded me of the one scene from Aliens whenever the chest burster comes out of what's his name. Nobody
Hurt.
knew.
Alien and
We
John
told
Hurt.
them what it would look like
John
or
Hurt.
anything, man.
Yeah, nobody knew what was going to happen, and all the screams that you hear are legitimate screams from all the cast.
Not to mention, that was the first time a movie really pulled the. But what if the thing that's scary comes from inside the person?
Exactly.
That was the first time that happened, and that
Even continue.
Eli Roth went on record to say when he saw that movie after it was done, he ran out of the theater and barfed all over the sidewalk because that
That's
scene
awesome.
fucked with him so much.
Yeah. And
Even in Jurassic Park, when they had the animatronic T-Rex and
Yes.
it goes down on the top of the window in the car, it was so heavy that the window was not supposed to fall. So the kids screaming like they're about to be crushed, where they were about to be fucking crushed. That's
Yeah,
that was
on their faces.
that was
I do have an argument between CGI and practical for sure. So the prequels of Star Wars,
They
I like
look
the
great.
movies.
I
but-
like them.
The
like
practical effects of the sequels is significantly better than the CGI of the prequels. Because
Yeah,
one thing I love, like the story writing, all that shit. Yeah, we already complained about this, but the actual practical effects of it is amazing. Because like they actually did animatronic suits. They
Yeah.
actually did like actual faces. The lightsabers or the shit that I have, those lightsabers, they were literally using those, and that's why the colors and stuff on the
You
face,
get the
like with the
contrast
lightsabers.
of like the light
Yeah,
being
the lighting
there,
and
so
shit.
there's lighting source.
So it's not like a CGI lighting, it's an actual lighting on the character's face, which I thought was an amazing thing to do.
Yes.
They had the right idea. Like, they had the stuff there to be great. They didn't do it, but they did have great stuff there.
They Michael Bay'd it. Honestly.
Well, J.J. Abrams it, but whatever.
Well, I say they Michael Bay'd it in that all
It
the
looks
stuff
good,
that was
but it's not good.
captured. Yeah, it looks good. It was shot well. It was choreographed okay, except for couple of things with sword fighting. But fuck it, I'm not getting into the particulars.
That big
And the
alien
plot
dude
was
who
absolute
tells-
garbage. I'm
The
sorry.
big alien dude who tells Ray like 3/4 portions. That's
Yeah,
Simon
that was
Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
That was Simon Pegg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he finally got to be in a Star
More like
Wars movie. He was
Simon
super
Pegg
excited.
me.
But they did want him to be an actual, like, his face in there because he was also in Star Trek.
Yeah.
That's why they put him as an alien. But yeah, no, Daniel Craig was one of the stormtroopers.
They had a lot of people be
Cameos.
stormtroopers in there.
Oh, yeah.
Admittedly, I feel like the seventh one, it was okay.
Yeah.
Story-wise. It wasn't the
okay.
greatest, but it was
I
they
don't
were
know
they were
the
playing it
greatest.
safe.
It
it
had
was-
to be. It
well,
had
it was
to,
similar to the
play to
original.
both audiences. It was the first Star Wars movie to come out in fucking years.
Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah,
we have a
we
whole
did-
episode based on that.
Yeah, me and Devin got to watch it the day before it came out, and I sat next to someone bigger than Jase, and I was like, you know what? It wouldn't be Star Wars unless I was sitting next to the fattest guy in here.
I
And
was
it
hitting on my
beautiful.
neighbor's girlfriend.
I do
I'll
remember
say-
going to see that with a couple of buddies of mine, and his dad has seen every Star Wars movie up until that point in movie theaters. Like, he saw the first one when he was 5, in the movie theater. He saw every single movie after that in movie theaters. And on that one, when they kill Han, he told us he almost got up and walked out of the theater.
Yeah,
I
well, I mean,
laughed.
Han Solo wanted to die in the first fucking movie they made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hates
Harrison
his
Ford.
character.
Yeah.
He hates,
Harrison
he hates
Ford
Han
is a
Solo.
piece of shit.
Harrison Ford
Connor.
and Robert Pattinson from Twilight, they both hate their fucking characters.
That's true though. That's true.
But
Hey.
I mean, but like that, we got off topic here. The actual thing about about Star Wars, like the news, is because of the practical effects, is what I love about it.
Yeah,
Like,
it was,
that's
it's
the-
a,
that's
it's a
how they
nod
fit.
to the original ones. The
Yeah.
prequels, when it was, because we were just now doing CG, so that's everything was CG.
It
And
was
I'm
a
not,
big
like, I
thing.
still like CG when it's done well, but at this point we're so trained to noticing it.
The Hobbit.
Also,
The Hobbit.
random fucking fact with regards to the prequel trilogy. Don't, no matter what they fucking tell you, there is never, ever going to be a 4K release of the prequel trilogy because George Lucas put big emphasis on this amazing new digital thing that broadcasts in 1080p. So everything else is fucking upscaled and pixely and shit.
Hey Ben.
Okay,
Shut the
Hey,
fuck up, Connor.
Hey,
we're
Ben.
talking about practical effects
Hey,
and
Ben.
CGI. I was shut up.
Ben,
What?
we don't care.
Fuck you.
I mean, we do
I was-
care. We have a 3-hour episode about Star Wars, so just refer
I think
but-
I think we do
but-
care.
The Hobbit and the when Ian McKellen, who was playing Gandalf, was in The Hobbit. He fucking broke down in tears. Like, he fucking hated it because it was just him and he was acting off of cues of what was going on. And he
the
was
whole
by
time.
himself. He says, like, this
He
is
had
not
no
why
one
I
to
got
act
into
with.
acting. Like, they did give him a part. Yes, we get it, Connor. But they did give him a little Gandalf appreciation party, but he hated the fact that he was by himself
Yeah,
in
the whole
all
time.
of the scenes because he was, obviously supposed to be this really tall,
Ian
Izmir guy,
McKellen
and then
deserves
they were
love.
and they were
I
all
still-
these dwarfs who were all the same height.
Stewart.
I still remember at some
They're
of the
married.
I still remember one of the scenes that Ian is, kind of dozed off in his chair, and as soon as they get, rolling, he perks right back up. And I was like,
What if-
that's professionalism.
What if my
Go.
sorry, one of my favorite scenes is just whenever Galadriel is talking to Gandalf in his mind, and then she basically says they've already left, and you just see Gandalf give the smallest little smile at her. I'm just like, I love it. I love Ian McKellen
But
so
yeah,
much,
it's
bro.
just he
All right,
he did not appreciate it, and that's
Yeah,
that's a thing I get in CGI.
Piggybacking off of what Jay said about him going to sleep and then yelling action and then him coming to, in that movie, the massive weight of bearing talent or whatever with the, it's
Nicolas Cage.
it's Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage. He's supposed to try to sneak in to find this shit, but he ends up taking this fucking drug that makes him pass out. So he's trying to climb out a 3rd story window and he's almost there, and he fucking like, oh god damn it, like wake up, and then the girl's like, wait, and he's like, he gets up, does what he's got to do, goes out the window, and then passes out. He's great too. Watch that.
He's a fucking oddity of an actor.
He is a
I do
national
love-
treasure.
I do love
Back in the box.
I forget the movie, but it was basically kind of a ripoff of
Willy's Wonderland.
yes, where he has no dialogue whatsoever. He has
It was a great
zero
movie.
lines.
Doomslayer of animatronics.
It was such a great movie. I loved every minute
It is
of it.
hilarious. It's a good movie.
I will say I did like him in Con Air.
I like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nick's good.
Yeah, Nick Cage
I,
is good.
I don't like his
Listen, dude.
accent.
Not everything is great, but like I said, he's constantly fucking working.
I
And
still
he,
laugh.
he has a pretty good attitude about it too.
He plays his younger self in the massive weight of bearing talent or whatever, where like he's like, man, you're not just an actor, you're a fucking movie star, and then he makes out with himself, smacks himself on the ass. He's like, yeah, Nick Cage smooches well. You tell everyone he smooches good. Yeah, like what the
I
fuck?
still laugh that I guess he has a Ghost Rider tattoo, and they had to digitally take that out in the movie because when he did play Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a reboot of like. I like the dude. Like honestly, the Ghost Rider movies were fine. They're pretty good.
I want
The
him
first
to be.
one was great.
I want him to be Johnny Blaze again.
I
I don't care how bad he is. I want him to be Johnny Blaze.
I still want to see him like in the current Marvel, but you know, it doesn't have to be Nick Cage. But I just want to see Johnny Blaze in the new.
Yeah, bring him.
Marvel
We
movie.
need another Ghost Rider, man.
For the first
Look
time,
into my eye.
for the first time, I believe Matt, you and I have an impasse when it comes to a specific movie because the Ghost Rider movies.
The second one, no.
That's
The first one,
fucking anything to write home about, but it was badass. You see a fucking flaming skull riding a motorcycle, beating people to hell.
And he
What's
rides,
not to like about that?
his motorcycle vertically up a skyscraper. Man.
It didn't go to what it didn't gel to what. Shut
Alright,
the
Benza.
fuck up, you osteopenis fucking faggot face. God fucking
Were
damn
you
it.
about to call me fat?
Yes.
Yeah, faggot
You're
face.
fat. Honestly, the three fattest people here are all wearing gray shirts.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I don't know.
I
Ben's
own it.
getting fucking close.
Shut
Yeah,
the
man.
fuck up. I'm like,
Shut up, Muffin Top.
Hey, if we need somebody to play an almost fat guy in a movie for practical effects, it'd be Ben.
alright, it won't be Brendan Fraser over here.
Hey, that man is a
You
fucking
leave
treasure.
him
Hey,
out
on
of
my
this.
screen, you're
Don't
pointing
you
at the pod.
fucking insult him.
Brandon
Well,
Fraser is a treasure, and I love him.
That man
We all
was
do.
fucking
Go-
sexually fucking molested,
Go
and
cry
then
to your
fucking
mummy.
was blacklisted for it.
He did not deserve it.
Go cry to your
No.
mummy.
Yeah, it's a great fucking movie.
Go
That
cry to
dude
your
broke his
mom.
back
Nut
on
on
that
her
goddamn-
face, pussy.
I just love how Connor gets all emotionally attached to fucking actors if they're
Because Brandon Fraser is just a nice guy.
We're allowed
He
to. He's
legit did
passionate
not
about it.
deserve that shit.
Yeah, Ben, as passionate as you are about fucking planes, Mr.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a fucking Cessna,
When's the
whatever
last
fuck
plane you
numbers.
fucked, huh? Did you tell her she was a good girl?
what?
Was she?
Yeah,
What?
you bitch.
Ben likes.
What?
No, he likes. Did I break Jase yet? God damn it!
I think you broke me
I'm
because
trying.
I'm
I'm
trying to
trying a little
comprehend.
too hard. I broke Dalton again.
Triple kill.
No, that wasn't as good as the one he got with her. He said earlier with me.
Fair
but
enough.
That was
It's
still
fucking-
funny.
I can take this stupid thing
Y'all are
off now. My
fucking
head feels
weird.
better.
Ben just sees a plane. He's like, man, I'm gonna warm up some bologna and put that in the tailpipe.
No, god damn it. Just because I appreciate aviation. Motherfuckers.
Anyway, but yeah, to the CGI practical effects thing, I think it's fair to say 8 out of 10 times practical effects are always better.
I feel like do as
But there-
practical as you physically can to get what you want, but then use CGI to get the rest.
There is
There's a line that you can only go so far with
There
practical
are
effects
times
before
where
you need to use CGI.
there are times when practical effects are bad. I will agree, and I've seen them.
Yeah, of course. I've heard the best thing was good CGI is when you don't even notice it.
Yep.
When it's like a background something, or like it's an added on to like a building, or it's shit you can't even tell it's there because you're not focused on it.
Remember how CGI...
Marvel movies they're fine, but they're just giant cartoons where it's everything. So since we're so trained to see in CGI, when it's done not up to the par that the standard that they set themselves, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like just when he reinvented the OG Star Wars and put all that CG in there, they stick out so bad because they don't.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jurassic Park still gets props for how fucking realistic the raptors are.
I'm about to get a whole bunch of shit, but I got a recent movie that is a perfect representation of practical effects being fucking king.
Is it Plane Fucker 69?
Shut the fuck up, it's Top Gun Maverick.
That was a good one, though.
Oh, is it Top Gun?
It was a fantastic... Top Gun Maverick is...
Connor was right
fantastic.
about it being planes, though.
I'm not saying the movie's bad. The Top Gun movies are good. It's just...
I think Ben likes it for the beach scenes.
No, honestly, Matt, from one movie lover to another, I know you're not too big on aircraft, but seriously...
No, the movie looks great. I don't care about the original one because I just don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
The new one looks like it's badass. Like I know he was actually in fucking jets. I know they're actually doing the flying. It
The
seems
new
like
one
a good
is just
film.
Star Wars.
Like, he was actually in the jets with the first one as well, but it has not aged as well as other movies of the time.
Well, neither of you, but you're still here.
It
Shut the
still is Star Wars.
But yes, it is Star Wars: A New Hope. Yes, don't care.
Then shut up.
Fuck off. Shut the fuck up.
You will speak
You haven't
when
seen
spoken
it.
to.
You haven't seen it. You shut the fuck up.
You shut up. You will speak when spoken to, Ben.
Let's be honest,
bitch,
we can
please.
guess... Now that we know it's like New Hope, we can guess the plot.
Shut the fuck up, Connor. God fucking damn it. It's
They even
still
shoot it into a small little thing that,
Shut
like,
the
even a
fuck up,
certain
Dalton!
pilot
God
could
damn it!
do. Like, it's outrageous.
To be
Go
fair,
on.
To be fair, I feel like another
be
reason.
fair.
To be fair. Anyway, I feel like another reason it got so much like praise was because the fact it wasn't a goddamn Marvel movie.
Yes.
This is true, yeah.
I mean, the Marvel movies did kill the superhero genre.
I mean, they're
Now
just shitting them out
everyone's-
too much now.
Yeah.
They're not
too much of a
They're
thing.
not special anymore.
Mhm.
It's oversaturated.
Yep.
No one. Well, who the fuck cares about Blue Beetle? It took forever to make a Mexican superhero.
I did
That's
laugh.
DC anyway.
I did laugh my ass off when they made the Venom trailer. They're like, the world has had enough superheroes. Now let's go with a super villain. I was like, Venom was an anti-hero.
Yeah. What the fuck?
That just means that they didn't fucking check their source material and they're being
Okay.
fucking dumbins.
I've watched the second Venom movie with Woody Harrelson as Carnage.
I love it.
It was fine.
They got Woody Harrelson to be Carnage.
I don't
Did you
remember
watch
that movie.
them? I don't remember it either.
I know I've watched it. I have
You know
the
what
movie.
I
I
remember
have
more
seen
about
it.
Woody Harrelson is at the end of the first Venom movie when they introduced Woody Harrelson. I just noticed
just-
the super fake ass wig on top of his head.
Oh yeah, it's,
Wait,
Let
that's,
there be
that's
Carnage.
bad.
Then he has a better wig in the
Please.
second movie, but I don't remember the second movie. Even
The
that
second-
freaking what was Black Adam? I've seen Black Adam twice. I don't remember a damn thing about it because it didn't do
Wait
anything
a minute.
special. What?
Wait a minute. We're forgetting the greatest Marvel movie of all time.
Blade?
Blade.
Ben's mom.
What the
I'm kidding.
fuck?
I'm kidding. It's Morbius.
Yeah, everyone's had a turn.
I'm also kidding. It's Blade.
I was about
Is
to
it
say,
Spawn Marvel?
Morbius, really?
I still
that-
laugh.
he's-
Yeah, Blade
He's
is
a I mean,
Yeah,
Blade's
back
a
in the
Marvel product.
that was one of the first rated R Marvel movies we had, man.
Wesley Snipes is fucking cool.
How
I still
Twilight
laugh
should have
that he
been
got
there,
it.
just got
I
the
still
cat.
laugh that he got in trouble for tax evasion, and he's
Expendables 3.
yeah, and he's like, man, Blade don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, like in Expendables 3, like when they break him out of prison, they ask Wesley Snipes' character, like, why were you in prison? He goes, tax evasion, which is why he couldn't be in the original two Expendables movies.
That's amazing. One of my... Oh, shit. What was I just saying? Oh, from Blade 3. I don't know how that one is well received by people, but still, one of my favorite scenes is with Ryan Reynolds and one of the vampires. Hey, dickface, have you seen my dogs?
Yeah, that was Triple H.
Have you checked the lobby?
Yeah, that was his other attempt to kind of do a Deadpool character as well. The reason that movie's not great because just the chemistry there, like the whole time, Blade, because he
Blade's
referred
being
to him.
serious.
No, he
was an asshole.
Wesley Snipes as the actor would only show up on set when his face needed to be there. He would leave post-it notes signed as Blade, and he would smoke weed in his trailer all fucking day while everyone else did their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he referred to like the actresses as that white bitch and shit like that.
Oh, you mean the one with that white bitch? Yeah.
You
I
mean
knew that
Michelle?
one bitch.
Wait, you mean Michelle Pfeiffer down?
See, but I don't know if Wesley Snipes is a method actor or not. And if he is it worth it?
I think you want to put that in
short
there.
answer,
The word
Pretty
method.
damn good.
Here's my answer for method acting. Short answer, no. Long answer, no.
It depends on
Depends.
the actor.
Yeah.
Daniel Day fucking Lewis.
Yes.
Fair enough.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
fathers
very.
of method acting. When
When
he did fucking Gangs of New York, he wore that shit. He lived outside. He did that shit the whole time. He got pneumonia because he wanted. He's like, oh, I'm not wearing more shit. They didn't wear it back in the day. I'm not wearing it now.
I mean, for method acting, it varies from actor to actor to actor.
There's some real good ones. Christian Bell does it a lot.
I was gonna say, wouldn't and I'm gonna get
Leonardo
shit for this one.
DiCaprio?
No, shut up. Wasn't Heath Ledger considered one for his role for the Joker?
For the Joker, yes. He locked himself in a fucking room for like weeks at a time, just making faces in the mirror and like just writing crazy shit down. Like,
and I heard he was like reading all the Joker comics, like trying to figure out how to get in the Joker mindset.
Yeah,
Craziest
even
his journal that he wrote, the craziest thing is, if you read his journal, it starts out his handwriting, but slowly progresses to something different, and just the last like 6 pages is just ha 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 written all throughout it.
dude, even Joaquin Phoenix in his Joker, he did the same where he was writing, but when he's Arthur Fletch, he's using his right hand. When he starts getting Joker, he uses his left hand. So that's why some of the writing will be completely different. Even when he shot those rich people on the fucking subway, he uses his left hand. He ended up doing stuff where, like, you know, when he gets fired and he leaves, and he's like, oh, I forgot to punch out. Gah, gah, gah. Like, that scene wasn't in there. He just came back and punched the clock off the fucking wall and then left. And they're like, what the fuck was that? Like, can we do that again? All right, let's make it a bit looser so you don't have to punch it as much.
It's always amazing when when actors show up and they add more to the character that just kind of feels right for them, especially kind of like the whole thing.
It's character building, it's world building.
Yeah,
You better have that big ass forehead.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Because there's people that do it well, like Adrian Brody in The Pianist or whatever. He sold his fucking house, his car. He went and he became homeless.
The pianist.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, he lived as a homeless person to get in the mindset of a homeless piano player who, like, he taught himself piano. Then there's shitty ones like Jared Leto, who's like, I'm gonna be the Joker. He's in the movie.
He was the
Ben, can I
cringiest
say I
fucking
hate
Joker.
Jared Leto, or will you get upset with me?
Dude, Jared Leto
I
is
hate him. I hate him as a person, but like, dude, he's still done some great fucking movies, man.
he's a good actor. It's just he makes a terrible fucking Joker.
Matt,
when
I
I try to
just-
cringe
He
your way
does
into
terrible
it.
superhero movies in general.
Matt, I just looked up that scene where for Joaquin Phoenix for the Joker, and I can tell, like, at that point where he, fuck it, it's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
When he shoots Murray in the face and everything.
What the fuck? I haven't. I'm kidding.
Just fucking watch it.
I'm kidding.
It looks like he's kind of struggling to do that scene because I guess he's right hand dominant and everything.
When they were doing the read-throughs and on like the table read-throughs, Joaquin Phoenix doesn't do those, but Robert De Niro's like, dude, fuck that. I'm in your goddamn movie. You're gonna do this. So he reluctantly went there, just kind of randomly mumbled through his lines, and like, because he would have fits where whenever they'd be doing a scene, he would just run off to just like cool down from being insane. But the only time he didn't do that was when he was with fucking Robert De Niro on stage, because it's like I respect him too much as an actor.
Yeah.
I
mean, Robert's a legend.
Another good method actor is Jack fucking Nicholson. Let's fucking.
I would argue.
He also
probably
played a
not.
Joker.
Yes.
Even Jack Nicholson warned Heath Ledger. He's like, dude, do not let this role get on top of you. Because he lost himself as his Joker, which they're two complete opposites, but they're still fucking mentally insane.
Yeah.
Jack's Joker was more of the comedy aspect, while Heath's Joker was more of the psychopathic Joker.
I wouldn't say comedy, but more along the lines of like 1940s comic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was more his Jack's version of the Joker was more kind of focused, like it's more kind of comedy focused.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
whenever
very
he came to-
comic based, and like I said, Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy is a fucking masterpiece. And everyone knows The Dark Knight is the pinnacle of those three movies.
Oh
Yep.
yes. I will
But-
say Dark
Fair,
Knight
the
Rises
original.
fantastic.
The original Joker is actually Caesar Romero.
Yeah, and
that- that's-
the Adam
When
West
they
one.
did Jack Nicholson's Joker, they played homage to that version.
But
of Joker.
I did laugh for Cesar Romero. If you look close enough, he still has his mustache.
Yeah, it's the mustache. He just painted white over it. 'Cause
He-
I'm
he
not
did not
shaving
want-
that.
He wasn't shaving that.
I still love the scene where he gets mad at Batman. He's like, "Ooh, you act cool, Batman, but if you were here, I'd pound you into a pulp." He hangs up and then just Batman's about to start pounding Joker. He just,
That was pretty funny.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I guess Jack Nicholson technically is a method actor, but it's also just Jack Nicholson being Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
Like his role in
Torrance, like he already was Jack Torrance.
yes.
yeah, he was. I was just about to say that in The Shining. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. That was him just being Jack. It's kind of like
Wendy,
I think-
I'm home.
I
was-
love that so much. When
it was
not
like what-
I'm just trying to bash your fucking brains in with the baseball.
It's kind of like what I think it was on the last episode I was on, where Dalton was talking about Robert Downey Jr. Playing something other than Tony Stark. He's like, I actually had to try because I've been
I
playing
mentioned
myself
that.
for the last 10. Was it you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about literally on how it was discussed. Like, he literally said, "Yo, I actually had to act because I've just been Iron Man for so long."
Yeah, he's like, I've
It's
been
just
playing
just
myself for the
himself.
last 10 years.
Yeah, then he comes out and fucking plays Strauss and fucking Oppenheimer and fucking kills it, dude.
Hell,
Yeah.
everyone killed it
Wasn't
in
he
that movie.
also in wasn't he another movie where he was like a lawyer or something in the 40s?
I
or
can't
something?
remember the movie, but I know what you're
Probably.
talking about.
He played fucking Charlie Chaplin, man. That's a great movie too. Watch, it's called Chaplin. It's just it's a bio. Yeah, it's a
The
biographical.
one
film
man
about
that has a small
Biopic?
stash. That
it. No.
the dude who looks like Hitler, but the good one.
Actually, he actually played Hitler in a movie making fun of him once.
Well, because Hitler liked his
Wasn't
he
I'm
turned
a
out.
dude.
Wasn't that what was that? Springtime for Hitler or something?
I think so.
The last movie I remember that had Hitler in it was Jojo Rabbit, and it was about that kid who has like Hitler as his imaginary friend. I love that so much. Just 'cause
Wasn't he?
once
Wasn't that kid supposed to be a Hitler Youth?
Yes, he was a Hitler Youth. His mom was Scarlett Johansson, and he had Hitler as an imaginary friend. And then one day, they find a Jewish boy in his place. And one of my favorite parts is just the kid's like, "What are we gonna do?" And Hitler's like, "We burn the house down and blame it on Poland." And
I
he's
still
like,
like-
"We can't blame everything on Poland." He just looks so disappointed.
I've
Oh,
yet
what
to
was-
see that movie.
What was that
It
short movie? Where they had like Hitler as a cop, and he was fighting, but he had like kind of split personality disorder, where he's fighting
What?
against himself.
Dissociative personality disorder is the proper term for that.
But
The only other movie I remember with Hitler was that one weird, like, cheesy Netflix movie or whatever.
Kung
Can't
Fury.
remember what it's called. I think.
Or
I
is
just
it
remember this.
the Iron Will movies.
No, I just remember the one scene where he's on the phone. He's like, "Is this the chief of police?" Yes. Frack you, and he like puts his phone through. He puts his gun through the phone and ends up killing everyone. Like the phone's wielding the gun. It's like a really shitty movie that I can't remember. I need to go find it.
It might
actually-
be Kung Fury.
yes, that's the movie I was thinking of. I was just pulling
Yeah,
up.
I
It was
think
Kung
that's it.
Fury.
Yeah, Kung Fury.
Yeah,
What's the
they
one
had.
movie where like Hitler was riding a dinosaur and they were like Nazis
Yes.
on the moon?
That's Kung
Yes.
Fury.
Yes,
It's like, yeah,
That movie's a fucking fever dream.
yeah,
I
right.
love
Like
it.
Thor's in it randomly, and the main character's like, "Next picks, thanks, bro."
Yeah, I love that movie. It's fucking
Casually
great.
rizzing up Thor. Oh, and his cop partner, the main character's cop partner, is a goddamn Triceratops. I work alone.
It
Hell
sounds like a World War II comedy mashed in with like the Mario movie from the 90s.
It kind of is.
It
Like it goes everywhere.
It's
even
it goes to the Viking Age, and they're like, Kung Fury's like, what year is this? Or what year is this? It's the Viking Age. That explains the laser raptors. I went too far back in time. I'm like,
it's
dear
really
God.
stupid and campy.
We've been rewatching through Metalocalypse because the new Metalocalypse movie came out, so I just want to binge through all of them before I watch the new one. But they awakened the troll, and then when the government, yeah, and they're like,
Krakis.
and he's like, oh, trolls don't exist. Like, then how do you explain the dead unicorns? Like what the fuck?
Yes, I remember that episode. I love
So
season.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that show because I
I
don't
love
really
season
understand
one of Metalocalypse.
I'm not hurting him. I'm hugging him around.
I'm using hug therapy here.
Hey. Hey,
Here
Matt,
comes Roger in the face.
I got
What?
something for you, dude.
Wait, what?
It's on Tubi, and it's a documentary about Stanley Kubrick.
I've already watched it. I'm ahead of you.
Motherfucker! I gotta watch it now.
Tubi's
Why
got
would you
some
think that he
fucking
hasn't
entries.
seen it?
Dude, watch the one about death, bro. It's so fucking good, man.
It's on my watch list. No,
I literally,
no joke.
like, in between the commercial breaks, I was just going to the death songs they play. Like, what was that one? Like, Shazam. Yeah, and I just listened to it on, like, the commercial breaks. Like, dude,
Yeah.
it's so fucking good, bro. That dude is smart as fuck, man. He's just, like,
You
it
got
gets
one up?
super sad when he ends up getting fucking, like, a tumor in his brain and has cancer, and he can barely lift his hand up to play guitar, and you're just like, God damn it, man.
It
Okay.
hits you like that Gore documentary, doesn't it?
I mean, the Guar one hit way more, but the death one was just nice, dude. Just cause like that's why the first name in death metal is Death.
You got one on me then, because I still gotta watch the Kubrick documentary.
We got a lot on you, man.
I don't think.
You got like 50
anything
pounds on
about
me.
Kubrick, anything on Kubrick. I'm like, I'm watching this. I don't care how late it is.
Something funny about Metalocalypse is I picked up saying happy birthday from that just when Nathan Explodes just happy birthday, motherfucker. I just say that to people sometimes with their breath. I even said it to my mom one day. I just went, Mom, happy birthday, motherfucker. And she's like, shut up.
Hey, we got you your favorite thing. Disappointment.
God damn.
Your mom, I can't listen to the podcast. Y'all cuss too much. You taught like half of us the fucking words.
Mother, you would make a sailor self-destruct.
My parents did not cuss in front of me until my dad and I started working together when I was 16. Like, and then Connor's mom's over here from like the time I'm like 9, 10 years old, being like, fucking beat her ass, bitch! Like, Jesus Christ, Don.
To be fair, that lady legitimately trapped her into the gas station. She couldn't get out until the dude behind us in that truck moved out to let us out.
I mean, your mom could have got out. She was just yelling at her. She was pissed off anyway.
Matt, you were talking about anything with Kubrick. You're watching it.
He would literally suck the
absolutely.
farts out of Kubrick's butthole if he could.
Well,
There's
I mean,
But Ben
Wait,
says
but
yes,
you
he'll
would?
do too. Yeah.
What
I
do
was
you
Dude,
gonna say,
I love
uh,
Kubrick's movies.
well, I was gonna
There's
say
a
that.
really good documentary called Kubrick by Kubrick from 2020, and it plays.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's the one I saw, man. Well, no, because there's one on Tubi that is not that.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
they added it to Tubi. 'Cause
They
I had to
did.
watch-
They
I had
did.
to watch this one on Soap Today, but there's an unheard interview, like a rare interview he did where he's breaking down everything, man. Like that's how I figured out how they like. Oh, I just looked into my backyard and we was like, there's a torn down city. Like that's where we got to film. Like it was just too good, man.
Well, I was gonna
Location
say
scouting.
with Matt talking about watching anything with Kubrick in it, that kind of leads us to a segue to the greatest films ever made.
Greatest films ever made.
So, are we doing this like by
White chicks,
genre?
white chick, no, just like fuck. This is where we just talk about films that we fucking love. That like honestly, the reason I brought it up is because I got off a long day of work, and it was already like 9:30, and I was like, Devin, let's watch like a 3-hour movie. She's like, seriously? I'm like what? I'm like, I don't know, like Interstellar or fucking 2001, although you're gonna go to sleep. And then we were scrolling through movies, and we saw Braveheart. I'm like, you wanna watch Braveheart? She's like, fuck yes. And so we put on goddamn Braveheart, and fuck, man. Like I said, she had full chest hair at the end. Dude, it was so good. It's still
her
chest hairs.
movie.
Her chest hairs had chest hairs.
I still do love 2001. Not gonna lie.
I thought you were about to say I do love chest hair.
I do love
Hey,
chest hair.
Is there a plane in that movie by chance?
There's a space station kind of ship. I actually
Does that
read the
count?
book before I watched the movie.
2001?
Yeah.
I've read all.
You
I've
wanna-
actually
you
read all
wanna know something
the,
about
all the
that?
series.
That was actually being written while Stanley Kubrick was writing the movie. They wrote them together, and Stanley Kubrick purposely left out all of the knowledge. Like he made his where you got to think about it. Where the book, like, okay, this is why there's the vibrating thing. You know, like the book tells you what's going on. The movie just puts you in it and says nothing. Even the new Barbie
I
movie.
enjoyed both.
The new Barbie movie. I've yet to see it, but it opens up with 2001, where there's all the monkeys and there's just the Barbie there. I'm like, there was this way back in the day, and I'm like, dude, awesome.
Now I am become Barbie girl, destroyer of Barbie world.
It's fantastic.
Now become Barbie,
It's wrapped in
destroyer of
plastic.
kins.
Drake, where's the ignition for the bomb?
I don't know.
Drake,
Ask
Josh.
Where's
Josh.
the bomb? That was the greatest thing that Matt ever did in a movie. Sitting beside
Did you
Drake-
mention that joke to Devin when you watched that movie?
She knew all about it, man.
Oh. Okay.
Because like I said, I made that quote on like an Oppenheimer post where someone's like, dude, this guy, I didn't know this person was in it. Someone's like, yeah, like Huey from The Boys is in there. And someone else is like, dude, is anyone else surprised Josh was in there? And I was like, Drake, where's the uranium? And I got like so many likes, bro. It's fucking funny.
Dude, that was a fucking great, like the perfect comment for the time. Like I would have laughed. It just had like an alternate fucking timeline of just like randomly Drake's like,
The fucking dude, the rewatch was like fucking awesome because now you kind of know, the fission versus fusion, what takes place when and where, and you can kind of like
put it together.
Now you
better.
can appreciate it.
Like
And then
atomic
it got to
versus
that part
hydrogen.
when he goes to Florence Pugh and like,
Nerd.
you need like stop coming here, like you called me. Well, you're not supposed to answer. And my wife's like, fucking women, like what the fuck?
Wait a minute. Women. Guys, I have to say something about Florence Pugh. Why did none of us ever make the joke? Why didn't we get to see Florence Pugh's pubes? Florence pubes.
she was actually a Midsommar.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Did we
the
get
whole-
Did you see her Florence pubes?
Did you see
No.
Midsommar?
No, I get to see her dead sister and dead parents though.
Yeah, I got
Several
to see that
times.
movie. That movie's fucked. I've said it 1,000 times, Ben.
Now you
I
gotta
like
watch
that
Bo's
movie.
Afraid.
Like honestly,
Or
I
could
really
just
did
watch
like
the
this.
breakdown and tell you to go fuck
And there's a
yourself.
scene in there, like after she becomes May Queen and they're carrying her on the fucking thing.
And you can see her sister in the background.
Her sister's in the background. They fucking put
Yeah.
like the like.
Oh, dude! Ever since you told me, ever since I watched the other Ari Aster films with you, I watch everything in the background.
Dude,
Like I
those
don't
are-
watch the foreground as often. I watch the background.
I fuck like before we do our Ari Aster deep dive, I'm gonna rewatch all 3 of the movies. Like I'm just gonna do a day where I'm gonna take 6 fucking hours, 7 hours. Like, all right, here's Hereditary. All right, here's Midsommar. All right, here's Bo's Afraid.
A perfect
So what we're
first
gonna-
in-person podcast would be that one. Like we
So I
come
think what
here
we're
and we
gonna do-
watch all the movies.
I think what
Well-
we're gonna do is we're gonna kidnap Connor, strap him to a chair, and force him to watch these movies.
No.
All hail the
He's
almighty.
seen
watched
two
two
of
of
them. He
Yeah,
just
he's
hasn't-
seen
He hasn't seen Bo's Afraid yet, which is actually
He's
more
saw-
relatable to him in his situation.
Like he's seen the worst. He's seen the hardest one to go through, and the
I'll
second
help
hardest
you, my
one to
man.
go through. Now he's got the easy one, and he's like, no.
It's not easy.
Oh, I'm
It's
doing
3
it at this point just because I'm pulling a Dalton.
I'm
You're telling me
talking-
to, and I'm saying no.
I'm
We're not
talking.
telling you to. We're asking you to.
Yes,
I'm
you
not-
are.
I'm not
Jace
talking.
just said we need to kidnap him.
Jace is not part of this.
Jase said that.
Jace also can't run 5 feet, so he can't catch you for
Not to
shit.
mention, you guys like to volunteer me for a lot of things.
I just want, whenever we talk about it, I want you to have an opinion, even if you hate it. I
They
want
want
your
you to be included.
Ari
Actually, your
Aster,
like a hateful opinion.
Ari
was great.
Aster made Beau is Afraid to literally divide his audience. There's so many people like, this is a career killer. Why did he do this? How did he do this? But then someone else put it like, okay, well, Christopher Nolan made Tenet, which people are like, what the fuck? And then he came out and made Oppenheimer.
Yes.
So whatever Ari Aster's doing next, this was, like I make a movie for you, I make a movie for me. He's already wanted to do Beau is Afraid for 10 years before he wrote Hereditary, but he's like, no one's gonna let me make this movie. So he had to make a badass movie, make another badass movie, then like, all right, you can do what you want. Then he finally made this shit that will never happen again.
Oh, hell,
Tenet wasn't even bad. It was just confusing. And even then, if you follow along well enough,
That's what
you
I'm
figure
saying.
it out.
But it's like it was too overambitious.
Is it one of those
Mhm.
movies that require multiple watches to kind of finally
Yes,
get
it was
grasp
that movie that involved the whole like reverse concept.
Dude, it was trying to do something too, like I said, too ambitious. You actually start it in the middle of the movie, see it, and then in the middle of the movie you see the first half play while the second half's playing, and they're running in tandem with each other. But it's like there was so much going on in there. It was trying to be Inception 2, kind of.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Like
It
your
just
Boogaloo?
wasn't. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't like mind blowing.
That's what I'm saying. But then you watch Oppenheimer, which is it's a simple film. It's a film about character and people.
It's about
Yep.
Florence Pugh.
But it also does not force down what side that they were like Christopher Nolan was
like
on.
the atomic bomb, you slut.
Well, no,
He doesn't force down your throat if it's a
I
bad
know.
or a good thing that he did.
No,
Like
it's
it
not.
does not
Dude,
force it.
talks
It lets
about-
you talk about
It
it. Like
talks about that it happened.
yeah,
He
it gives
gives-
you the fucking
the
chance
different
to think about it.
perspectives.
Yeah,
the different
it gives you a chance to think about
perspectives.
it.
And we see
of course there's a bomb in it, but even Christopher Nolan, like, this isn't about the bomb. This is
No.
it's a biopic about Oppenheimer and how he feels and felt.
It's
Devin
just-
cried during that movie multiple times. She cried when they were actually like doing the science behind it, because she's like, this is like incredible. And then whenever they were like, all right, where should we bomb in Japan? Like, well, we can't do here because we go honeymoon in there. Like, that's a sad moment.
Yeah.
Also, even though I know that Teddy Roosevelt or whatever was Gary Oldman, you can't tell. I'm looking at him and I'm like,
it's really hard.
I can see his eyes kind of, but like, that's not Gary
We forgot
Oldman.
to say a good method actor is Gary Oldman, though. We forgot to mention him.
He is.
Goes-
I don't know if he's method. He might like.
I mean, he's
He's
that
a-
method,
he is-
though.
He is a chameleon.
Yeah.
Because he's
definitely a chameleon.
The only-
roles.
The only movie I recognize him in all the time is fucking
Fifth Element.
Batman. Even in
Yeah.
Fifth Element, I didn't recognize him at first because that goofy fucking hairstyle and the weird clothes he wore. But in every other movie, I see Gary Oldman in.
Wasn't
I
he-
never recognize
Wasn't he
him
Sirius
until I'm
Black?
told.
Yes.
Yes.
he was.
Sirius Black.
Actually, even then at times I don't recognize
And
him.
he was
It's
also the
what a
main
handsome
character.
man. Seriously.
He was also the main character in American History X as well.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
What?
Was
he
he?
was, wasn't he?
No, that was freaking
Look it up.
Hold on,
no,
hold on.
what is his name? He played the Incredible Hulk once.
Hold on.
Dolph
I know what you're
Lundgren.
talking about.
God damn it.
I don't know why I thought of Dolph Lundgren.
Oh no! Edward Norton. God
Edward
damn
Norton.
it!
Fucking
Yeah, he's
pissed
a-
off.
My bad. Fuck.
That was
Fight
Edward
Club.
Norton, though.
He also reminded me one of my votes for one of the greatest movies ever, Fight Club.
Fight Club was ahead of its time, man.
That's a good description of it.
It was
But I
a
mean-
mind fuck the first time I saw it.
I mean, also though, you would definitely know what it's about. I hate to be the guy to say this, but if you read the book,
Oh, hey, Matt. It was Harry Truman, not Roosevelt.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
President
Truman,
Man. He played President Man.
But
Father to Caveman.
I
Dude,
think like
a funny note on Fight Club. There was one night I was watching it while Devin was asleep, and like in her weird dream thing, she woke up. She's like, "Those guys should start like a Fight Club or something." I'm like, "They're going to?" She's like, like went back to sleep. Like she just woke up and like, those people should start a Fight Club. Like they're about to. That's the movie.
here's what.
Real quick, I played the Fight Club video game. It was basically just a fighting game that had like.
Fine.
It was okay. It wasn't
okay.
anything. It wasn't anything revolutionary. Anyway, I didn't know anything about the movie itself or the book. So then when I saw the dude who had like the tits,
Bitch
I
tits
was always, I was always so confused about him. I talked with my dad about it one day because he was asking like, "What games are you playing lately?" This was a few years after the divorce, but anyway, I told him I've been playing Fight Club, and it's like I beat up a dude who has tits, and he just laughed and had to explain the whole tits thing because all that said in the game when he says it is cancer. I'm like, what does cancer have to do with it? And then he's the reason I learned about breast cancer. So, fun fact, I learned about breast cancer thanks to Fight Club.
I do know that there's one line that they actually changed from the original source material. Because was it a book or a comic book?
It was a book.
It's a book.
it was a book.
When,
Connor just said it a minute ago.
what was what was her name? Marla? The girl that
I don't know. I never seen the movie.
Dude, we're watching Fight Club, bro.
well, anyway, the
Good
line.
movie?
It's
The-
a
there's a-
badass movie.
There was
We're
a
gonna
line that
take
she. There was a line
Continue.
that she. There was a line that she. I'm trying to. But there was a line that she said that originally was supposed to be where she said, "I haven't been fucked like that since grade school." The original line.
Whoa.
The original line was, "Oh man, I can't wait to have your abortion."
Okay,
I know that.
I feel like if the movie was done like around this point when abortion wasn't the most hottest topic, we could have had that line. But then, hell no. If that line had gone in the movie,
Can
it would
I
have been a fucking riot.
can I upset you guys with the movie I watched last night?
Go for
What's
it.
up?
Go for it.
I've always seen it on lists of most fucked up movies. It's called Happiness. It's got
Right.
Philip Seymour Hoffman and Dylan Baker in it. John Lovitz makes a cameo and stuff in there. But it's essentially there's three sisters that kind of link everybody. Philip Seymour Hoffman's character is obsessed with calling people in phone books and masturbating. And every time he comes, he'll rip it off and stick it to the wall with his cum. His therapist, is played by Dylan Baker. Where'd he go?
You
I don't
scared
know.
off.
You
He's a
better
fucking
come
little
back.
bitch.
I'm waiting, and I'm waiting till you're here. You're hearing this. So, his therapist, like him and his wife don't fuck, but that's one of the other sisters. They have 2 kids. So you see him leaving, and he goes to a store. He grabs a teen beat and starts masturbating in the back to this kid. It opens up with John Lovitz being broken up by this other sister, where the whole family essentially treats her like shit. So she's like Bo from Bo is Afraid. Everything bad constantly keeps happening to her, man. She gets
That's
like
bad.
almost raped and beat up. But so it's kind of entangled with all this shit where there's a pedophile dad. Philip Seymour Hoffman, he has a hot neighbor next to him who's a writer. And she's one of the other sisters who's upset because she's trying to relate to all of her rape victims. She's like, I wish I was raped as a kid. I won't know. And then one day, Philip Seymour Hoffman calls her like, you're fucking worthless. You're a piece of, you're a black hole. I'm gonna come to you, fuck out of your ears. And then gets called back. Who is this? Like, calls back like, hey, come fuck me. Like, like, dude, you finally have someone willing to let you go over there, and you're being a pussy about it. There's also a scene where the dad, he's watching his kid and their friends play baseball.
Oh,
And then they're like, can the kid comes, hey, can my friend spend the night? So what he does is he drugs the entire family with ice cream. The kid that comes over, I don't like fudge. Is like, are you thirsty? Do you want a drink? Do you want something to eat? I can go to the store and get you, like, calm down. Like, he's fine. Like, I'll make you a sandwich. Makes him a sandwich. Everyone else passes out because they're drugged up. So, like, he's just anciently waiting there, like, have you eaten the sandwich yet? Can I eat it tomorrow? Like, it won't be good tomorrow, so you might as well eat it now. And then he has to take the kid home in the morning because he's sick. The kid has fucking blood in his stool, goes to the thing, gets a call, like, you're a fucking piece of shit. And, like, the whole time, there's another neighbor for Philip Seymour Hoffman that's trying to get with him. You turn out, she ended up killing the doorman because the doorman tried to rape her, so she fucking chopped him up and put him in the fucking freezer. Dude, it's super.
This just sounds like a Tuesday at the Slaytons, man.
Why is this listed in the greatest movies?
I never said greatest movies. I said most
said
fucked
worse.
up movies.
Yeah, fucked up.
I put it up there with Sallow, 120 Days of Sodom, because why is this even made.
Listeners, I'm so
Like,
sorry.
Dude, because Philip Seymour Hoffman unplugs his phone because the author chick keeps trying to call him, and she's like, I've had you on redial ever since. So he finally decides, you know what, I'm going to go over there, knocks on the door, like, who are you? And he just stares and like, oh, it's you. So like they just go in and sit awkwardly on the couch, and he goes to like touch her, and she's like, this isn't going to work. You're not my type. And it's like, it's rape. Like, why you don't have a type in rape? You get raped.
Oh my god.
And dude, the shittiest fucking part is the dad, the pedophile dad, like his son keeps going in there like, Dad, what is cum? Like, what do you mean? Well, all the kids in school say they can cum. Like, oh, can you not cum? Like, well, when your penis gets hard, you ejaculate this stuff, and like, do you need me to teach you? Like, it's fine. And then they have another conversation like, Dad, how big do penises get? Like, well, it's actually not about length, it's more about width. Well, Timmy in school says his dick's like 11 inches. Like, Timmy's full of shit. And then at the end, because the dad molested a bunch of his
took
friends.
his headphones off.
That's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm on a roll. So, one of the most uncomfortable fucking scenes is the kid goes in there and he's like, Dad, did you do stuff with my friends? He's like, yeah. Like, well, what did you do? Like, I fondled them and then I unzipped my fly. And like, what else did you do? He's like, I fucked them. Like, did you like it? He's like, yeah, it felt great. And then he's like, are you gonna fuck me? He's like, no, I'm just gonna masturbate. And so all his family fucking leaves. They spray paint like fucking pedophile, pervert, whatever on his house. So at the very end of the movie, everyone's in fucking Florida, and the son's just watching this girl put like fucking sunscreen on her, and he starts jerking off. He comes just a little bit on the railing, the dog licks it up, and then the movie ends with him going to his family like, I did it! I came! And you're like, what the fuck happened? Like, what? Why?
Oh my god.
Dude, the only happy thing in the movie is the music. And it's a complete opposite to what you're watching. The pedophile dad, there's a scene where he's just in a park and you see him with an M16 just shooting everybody. But the therapist, he's talking to his own therapist, and he's like, look, and then at the end, he's like, so what's different about this dream? He's like, well, in this dream, I don't kill myself. And I wake up and I feel super happy, but then I'm depressed that I'm back in normal life.
Oh my god.
It was super uncomfortable, and I wanted to fucking destroy you guys with it, because, like, I tried to explain it to Devin, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing when I go to sleep?
I'm
like,
so... Listeners,
We should show Connor a Serbian film.
No.
Yeah,
Great movie.
I'm not watching any more movies with you guys. Fuck no.
Oh yeah, Connor.
Hey, you liked Oppenheimer?
Yeah,
Hey,
you
Connor,
love that
There's
movie.
a difference between Oppenheimer.
Well,
No,
Connor,
there's not.
whenever I come down, you're watching the
Shut
Human
the
Centipede
fuck
with
up.
us.
You can kiss my ass.
Didn't
That's the point of the movie.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
watching the Human Centipede too, where the guy gets actually 12 people to do it.
Hey.
Oh my God.
The fucking
Can I
Red
leave?
Flag song.
Yes.
There is- okay.
I
Can
love
I
that song.
leave?
No,
No,
you're
I
stuck here.
think we're done. It's almost 10 o'clock anyway.
We didn't even talk about great movies. We just talked about.
We have been talking about great movies this whole fucking time.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick.
I just
Yeah,
wanted
Shut up,
I-
you plain fucker.
see
Chainsaw Massacre.
your reaction right there. That's all I wanted. Sign us out, Ben. Sign
Okay,
us
so
out.
Okay.
Matt's been
Matt,
jacking off
Matt.
this whole time.
Yeah, pound it.
I
just
went
came
to
in that
put it
hand.
screen instead of the camera. I was like, what? He's over here. Like,
Oh, God.
He just jacked
Dude.
off, man. Come on.
Oh my God.
All right,
Can we
Ben.
just go back to deep fried cum?
yeah. I mean, honestly, the dad probably would.
I just thought of something. I thought of something.
What's
Deep
that?
fried muzzle loaders.
How? How am I supposed to tell anyone about what I do? How?
You're not going to, but we will.
Here's
We'll
the
do it on
thing.
your behalf.
How am I supposed to tell people? I had a coworker today literally said, "You're gonna do a movie deep dive?" Well, I don't know the specifics. It's like, what is it gonna be at? I don't know. I'm supposed to tell her the last 20 minutes is just you talking about a pedophile and Philip Seymour Hoffman nutting on people.
No, nutting by talking.
Well, here,
He nuts on the wall and then rips off the number and sticks it to the wall. Come on. What kind of monster do you
hold on. Connor, here's how you explain it. You don't.
Actually, hold on. Shout out to all of the people in Burnett that listen to us.
Shout out if you stayed with us this long, because even if you tell someone about the podcast, they got to be a fan to listen 3 hours and get to the last 25 minutes.
I am so fucking sorry.
We do appreciate.
Sorry.
For our listeners, we love each and every single one of you. Connor probably more than normal though. He probably wants to touch you.
My brother calls me out of nowhere and he goes, "Hey, I'm filling up the cars over here at this QT in Liberty Hill." I was like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Why is there a Memento Moron sticker on every fucking pump?" And I was just like, "Yes, yes." I just put it on like every gas pump. I go to a different one every time so I can put a sticker on it.
Fucking
hilariously, at the pharmacy I get my meds from, on 2 poles next to the little kind of, what are those things called? The banks have them where you put the money in and stuff.
ATM?
The tubes?
Yeah, the tubes. Yeah, the pharmacy has tubes like that. There are 2 street cones next to it and 2 regular pylons. I put stickers on each of them, so when you go through the drive-thru, you have to see Memento Moron sticker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what you gotta do. You don't tell people about it. You just put stickers everywhere. Like, we'll order you more stickers.
Well, like, you just tell them, hey, this isn't for the faint of heart, but if you like fucked up humor, check this out.
Hey, this isn't for the faint of heart. Do you like the thought of Philip Seymour Hoffman getting calls to be raped?
What?
I mean, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman, man. He would have made a badass penguin in the fucking Christopher Nolan movies.
He would have.
He would have been a great. He would have been.
Wait, who'd they get?
They didn't do Penguin, but that was getting thrown around.
Well, they did technically in the new Batman movie, but who played? Because it wasn't the Penguin; it was just Cobblepot. Like,
that's
before.
Penguin.
No, it is, but that's like
Philip
gets the title of the Penguin.
The dude OD'd on heroin.
I will say this: all these fucked up movies are good, but personal projects are even better.
Yeah, Deep Fried Cum is a new project we're working on.
God fucking damn it, Dalton.
That's the
I'm
movie
not talking
title.
about Deep Fried fucking Cum, you piece of shit!
It's gonna be a fun title.
Pieces of shit.
The killer opens the trunk in the bag. Deep fried cum. He takes one out for his accomplice. You ready?
How I think we should tackle it. It should both be gritty, but hilarious. It needs
we broke Jase. Everyone's been broken. We did it.
I don't break.
Matt, you don't need to break.
Matt, you broke yourself by watching that fucking movie.
It was a ride.
I'm sure the kids felt the same.
I was reading through the first little thing that Ben wrote down for Diary of a Serial Killer, and like I kind of think we need to film it a bit like The Office, where it still has some humor, where it's us or shit, but then we have our little ways where we talk about shit, but then it also gets super fucking violent and bad.
Michael,
guys, I don't know how
sympathy killed my dog.
Like, seriously,
guys, I don't know how to tell you this. I think he might be a serial killer.
But no,
And then it just shows back to like beat somebody with a fucking hammer.
Which actually puts me towards the absolute last subject. Matt, you are the true crime aficionado out of all of us. Like, I know my way around true crime, but not nearly as much as you do.
Okay, Ben, that's enough sucking his dick.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Tastes so good, Matt.
To be fair, Connor, shut up. To be fair, 2 out of 5 of us have sucked Matt's dick.
But anyhow, the reason I'm saying this.
That's gonna confuse a lot of people.
I know.
I can suck my own dick. I'm the second one.
God damn.
Wait a
The reason I say this is, Matt, last I checked, wasn't Diary of a Serial Killer yours and Dalton's idea?
It was Matt's, really.
Or yours? It was your idea?
Like I said, I just, I think I was watching Behind the Mask and stuff like that, so I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool. But now I see it where it's like, in the like, I'm not even. I like The Office. I've only seen it once, but I think that would be such a good take on like. You still see fucked up shit happening, and just two serial killers trying to like when they start living real, like the real world.
Oh god.
I think at one point we should just have someone hanging from my tower.
I just think
Do you mean a real person or a prop? Because with you, I never know.
Yes.
That's for the audience to decide.
A prop
Yeah.
or a fan blade.
All we get is a smile from Dalton. You know what that means.
But no, I'm just thinking
A child.
when it comes to this fucked up thriller, found footage style, with some other stuff thrown in, which I can throw in. You basically have the helm.
By
I
the
just
way,
want to kill Matt.
You're gonna be the. You're gonna be the.
It has to end up where one of us tries to kill it because we don't. Serial
Yeah.
killers cannot trust. Like we're psychopaths. We're just
Like-
psychopathic people. We
I'm
will eventually self-destruct and try to destroy everyone
Yes,
around us.
yes.
Even Richard Kuklinski, he had friends, but he killed all of his friends because like fuck you. Just so you don't fuck me over, I'm gonna fuck you over.
I just
Mhm.
I just thought of like the dumbest thing in the world, where it's kind of like you said, The Office. Will you fucking work, piece of shit? But it's like you said, it's The Office, but it's basically me and you like living in a house, but we're like constantly trying to kill each other, like the most outrageous fucking like
spy
old-fashioned
versus spy.
Yeah, spy versus spy style. It's like they were fucking straight like he's gonna come through here, I'm gonna drop this anvil, and it just shows you on the other side. Like when he comes to this door, I'm gonna fucking stab him. I know
I
that's
would
not where we're
kill-
going, but that would just be hilarious.
But anyhow, I'm just thinking, thriller, found footage with some other cinematic shit. Matt, you're the Kubrick. I'm gonna be Michael Bay. It's gonna
rape
look
Matt.
amazing. Connor, you fucking put your cocksucker anywhere near that fucking microphone again. I'm gonna fucking wrap my dick around your throat and pull start you like a fucking lawnmower. I swear to God.
For some reason, I tried to mute my.
dick, bitch.
For some reason, I
Bitch, me.
Hey, Ben, do you want to know the funny part of that whole bit? For some reason, I tried to mute myself.
God
I
damn.
tried to mute myself as if that would stop it.
Jesus. I swear to God, microphone is God damn it, Dalton. I swear to Christ, I will make you permanently asthmatic, as if that is dead. Jesus.
Hey, asthmatic!
Ugh.
I'm asthmatic till I die, dumbass!
It's not like you can get rid of that, you dumbass.
At least I don't need a fucking machine to sleep!
Fuck you.
God
Darth
damn,
Vader
Ben,
ass motherfucker.
Ben, you're stupid as hell.
Fuck you.
Dalton, do you know what you just reminded me of? That
Chumbawamba.
old
It
commercial.
is.
That old commercial where it's these kids like, oh, the cool kids have inhalers, and they're just shaking it like, shake, shake, shake that medicine.
Shake, shake, shake that minute.
I remember that joke. That joke of a fucking commercial.
I
Yeah,
remember
that
that
joke
commercial
that you
too, and then I remember at the time thinking, I don't need any of that. And then now that I'm older, I'm like, holy shit, I needed that the whole time.
shake, shake, shake that medicine.
Ben-
Oh my
Ben talking about
God.
jokes. Yeah, the life he lives is a joke.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. At least an outtake.
Anyway,
What the fuck, Connor? Jesus Christ.
This is cat. I don't know. Connor's
no.
weird.
I really want us to start planning this shit out and actually setting goals and shit with it.
But
Well, then
without
do
saying
that
too
shit
much,
on your-
Nuts.
we
then
have
Shut
do
the
to
that-
fuck up, I'm being serious.
well, do that on your own time.
Shut the fuck up, Jase. You're not part of this.
I know I'm not. I'm just telling you. Do it on
Damn.
your own time.
He could be a perfect victim, though.
He could
we
be a
could
perfect...
do it
Mhm.
based on the 7 sins.
He can't.
That's been
Gluttony.
done. It's called
Yeah, that's
Seven.
been done.
But it's
That's
still
been
cool.
done. 7, but a comedy.
7 + 1 because he's too big for just one.
God damn it.
There's 7 before it. I'm too big for 7.
7, 8, 9.
And Kevin
All right,
Spacey
son.
tries to, and Kevin Spacey comes in a scene, but then
But
we
no.
go, you can't be
Long
here.
story
Why?
short,
You touched a kid.
Let's get the shit. Let's get the fucking shit rolling.
Ben, roll us
All
out.
right.
Roll us out.
Yeah.
I need to eat food.
I'm getting
Oh, yeah.
hungry.
Kind of starving like Marvin.
Yeah, no shit, Jace.
Well, I haven't eaten since noon. Shut up.
That's your fault.
Well, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaints, then hit us up at momentumons@gmail.com. On the offhand chance that you want some fucking merch, and hit us up as well. On the offhand chance that you want to fucking support this venture, then 1, what the fuck is wrong with you? 2, thank you very much. And 3, hit us up on our freaking Spotify support link, which is https://podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/memento-more/support is your one-stop shop for supporting this fucking venture. And thank you very much for this. It's fucking A. If you want some analog art pieces that are a piece of the reason stones from a spick of all trades and master of one, then hit up my boy Matthew Lee Buendia over here. His Instagram handle is Nosferatu. That's Nazi if you drink furs and fur, and a dude is in a fucking dude. If you want some voice talent from somebody who probably never will ever fucking put up a body of work, then hit up Connor Edward Gary MP. We are on Twitter at Memento Morons. We are on Facebook at Memento Morons. Just fucking hit us up. We're on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Apple, Google, fucking Stitcher until it dies, iHeartRadio, everywhere. Just fucking check us out. Hit us up with suggestions, and fucking we'll shout you out. Shout out to Team Thick. Yeah. Also, shout out to Kiss the Canvas, which apparently I'm doing some fucking video work for this coming month.
Great.
And also the Odd Fun Guy for some fucking awesome art shit.
Odd Punjai.
Shut the fuck up, god damn it.
Also, if you're like really big in the gay community, like it's a gay artist, so there you go.
Hit up Ben. Ben loves the cock.
No, I do not.
It's 2023,
Ben,
it's okay.
Ben, let me tell you something.
No.
Half the time I say the shit I do to get on your nerves is because you do the same to me. So just know, it's a two-way street with you, buddy.
Bitch.
Yeah, but Ben's ass is so big it blocks the two-way street.
I'm about to say Ben's ass is the two-way street.
His mom is also a two-way street.
Matt, are you jerking off to people on the phone?
No, I didn't see it. Come on.
I can't see it.
Oh shit.
Someone just chopped him in the neck with a machete. Now they're stabbing him in the body.
Wait, what are you?
Oh shit, that's it. Oh yeah, dead people.
Whoa! What the fuck? What the?
You can put your dick out, but I can't just someone getting beheaded. That's bullshit. Double standards much?
But
Ben's gonna
anyways,
have to censor that too.
it's okay, it didn't show. But do not do it again!
It showed. I can see the photo.
Okay,
Without-
fine, I'll do it again.
No!
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
No! Fucking son of a bitch.
Why did I just picture him grabbing Devin and then he pulls out a machete to the head?
Why do I think that's
Just
gonna
fucking
happen?
kills his wife.
No, what the shit? Oh, what the fuck?
Jesus.
God damn it.
For a second, I thought you were gonna grab Devin, drag her in there. For a second, I thought you were gonna grab Devin, drag her into that room, and just start fucking her right in front of him.
Or fucking kill her. We thought also kill her.
She's not even home yet. Dude, like the
Okay.
first thing
Alright.
grabbed, the first time she let me tie her up, I was like, "Where's my knife?" She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm fucking."
All right.
No, Ben. God damn it. Matt, tie her up next time, and this time grab her by the throat and be like, "Where's the trigger? You want to give it to an ordinary citizen? I already have a friend."
I think
Okay.
Ben wants to bid us adieu.
Yes, without further ado, I shall bid thee adieu.
A dildo.
Fuck you.
He said it so happily. A dildo. It sounded
God.
like an item that Dora the Explorer got from her backpack. What do we need? A dildo.
It's honestly
you
way
say
better than I thought it was
dildo?
gonna be.